This is your home for the Trojans. Girard Sports Live.
Snap and leans forward, and that's touchdown number 4 for Scott Moore.
Girard Sports Live is presented by Crawcan, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net.
Hooks, throw over to Adolph, quickly down inside, wrap around Boatman, found herself in the right place, foul, and the bucket!
He'll try a 3 and hits. Adolph with it up top, being guarded by Gass. Riot down the lane, off the glass, and good. Nice instinct by Adolph to just take it to the bucket.
Fielded on the short hop, fires this one across. Able to throw the runner out by a step and a half.
Pitch to the outside to Ashbacher. Gets a good block on the outside, and he's in for the touchdown.
It's time for the Trojans. On your home for Girard High School Athletics. Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live.
Girard Sports Live is presented by Crawcan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get Gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Crawcan. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crawcan has to offer at ckt.net. Well, it's the beautiful night for high school football here in Girard. Second game of the year for these Trojans. And the second game of the year also for the visiting Riverton Rams coming in for the first time in a few years. Trojans did not play Riverton last year, and I don't believe we played them the year before, Jess. So long time since these teams have seen each other on the football field. Now they play in every other sport we have, so these athletes all familiar with each other from other sports. But tonight, these two teams are going to face off here at beautiful Frank Jameson Field. Trojans come in 0-1, Riverton 1-0. Trojans coming off 21-14 loss against Colgan here in the first game of the season. Riverton coming off of a 32-10 win on the road at Baxter Springs, and we'll talk about that a little bit more as we move forward into the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show, brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. We'll step away for a quick break. When we come back, we'll take a look back at last week's action for both of these teams. Get you your keys to the game, your starting lineups. We'll take a look at some of the area matchups going on across the region tonight. All that coming up on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. You're getting set to watch Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Why settle for less than the best? Crawcan's Gigabit fiber optic internet is now available to Pittsburgh, Frontenac, and Fort Scott, and many rural areas in between. Crawcan has the best speeds, the best reliability, the best service, the best support, and is overall the best value on all ultra-high-speed internet. If you want the best home internet connecting as many devices, all without equipment rentals, contracts, or overages, it is the time to switch to the best. It's time to switch to Crawcan.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years, with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust, federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Family owned and operated, G&N Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, G&N Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. G&N Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Welcome back to the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show here in Frank Jameson Field, beautiful Girard, America. Getting set for tonight's matchup between the Girard Trojans and the Riverton Rams. We're about a half hour away from kickoff. Let's take a look at the matchups going on across the area tonight. A lot of high school games going on across Southeast Kansas. Our area matchups brought to you by Diskins Auto and Towing, 120 East Forest Avenue in downtown Girard. Diskins offers 24-hour towing and can repair all makes and models. To learn more, contact Diskins Auto and Towing at 620-724-8100. All right, Independence 0-1 on the road, taking on 0-1 Mulvane. Somebody's got to win that one, Jess. Chanute at 1-0 is on the road in Coffeyville, taking on Field Kinley tonight. They are 0-1. 1-0 Iola on the road, taking on 1-0 Wellsville. Burlington had a game scheduled with the Ghost of Osawatomie, but they have the night off tonight because Osawatomie canceled their entire varsity football schedule just for lack of numbers, and we joke about it, but that's kind of sad to see a school of that size have to cancel their entire season. 0-1 Parsons welcomes in Fort Scott in an old SEK League matchup. Prairie View at 1-0 is on the road at 1-0 Santa Fe Trail. Excuse me. 1-0 Cherryville taking on 1-0 Humboldt tonight, so that'll be a pretty good one out there to the west of us in Neosho County, I believe, tonight. 1-0 Jayhawk Lynn is at 0-1 Anderson County, and they are a district foe of us, so we'll have to keep an eye on that one. 0-1 Baxter is at Afton, Oklahoma. They have yet to play a game this season, and Baxter coming off that tough loss to Riverton last week. Shawnee Mission South, the 6A school, 0-1 this year, travels to Hutch Field to take on 1-0 Pittsburgh tonight. Lebec County at 1-0 is on the road at Winfield. They also are 1-0. 1-0 Columbus hosts 0-1 Galena tonight. And then the big matchup in Crawford County tonight, a rivalry game, is Colgan at 1-0 travels to 1-0 Frontenac. And that black and blue game every year is a big rivalry. And if you happened to catch Eddie Lomchek earlier on tonight on the radio, it's not quite what it used to be. That might be a good thing, but for law enforcement anyway. But still a big rivalry game and be an entertaining one over there in Frontenac tonight. 0-1 Oswego is at 1-0 St. Paul, and that is 8-man this year as St. Paul dropped down to 8-man. 0-1 Erie is at 0-1 Caney Valley, so a decent road trip for those Erie kids tonight. See if they can get their first win of the season. 0-2 Diamond, Missouri is at 0-1 Southeast, and 1-0 Crest is at 0-1 Northeast. We'll step away for another break. When we come back, we'll get you the keys to the game, your starting lineups, and then Jess will be down on the field for the coin flip as we get closer to kickoff here from Girard. The Trojans and the Rams getting ready to face off here tonight on Girard Sports Live.
From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
The first one here is a 2017 Ford Focus with only 21,000 miles. That one's not for sale though. I'm going to probably keep that one.
Hi, my name's Eddie.
2016 Chevy Malibu with only 13,000 miles, but I might hang on to that one too. So let me show you the next one. Ford F-150, but that one's going to stay with me too. So let's go down to the next one here.
Hi, I'm Eddie.
2017 F-150, so we have 3 of them. I could probably let that one go.
Hi, my name's Eddie.
2015 Ford Transit Cargo. I'm going to keep that one because I have to move here soon. But the rest of them, you're welcome to come out and look at. And I think you'd like a lot of them. We appreciate your business.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Judd, Lori, Lisa, or Amber in Girard for all your insurance needs.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the Four States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have 2 convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Welcome back to the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. About 27 minutes away from kickoff between the Girard Trojans and the Riverton Rams. Trojans looking for their first win of the season. The Rams trying to make it a streak as they won last week against Baxter Springs. Let's go ahead and take a look at our keys to the game, brought to you by Evans Motors. Get the keys to your next ride with a stop at Evans Motors. Nate and Eddie have decades of experience getting folks into the right car, truck, van, or SUV that's right for them and their family. Stop by and see them at the intersection of Highway 69 and 400 just south of Pittsburgh, or see their full selection online at evansmotors.net. The Trojans coming into tonight's game at 0-1. They are coming off a 21-14 loss against Colgan last week to start the season off. They were down big at the half, Jess, but they didn't give up, battled back, and everybody, you, me, BJ, Coach Philpott, kind of felt like, although it was a loss to start the season, it was about the most positive kind of loss you could have because they didn't give up on it after digging the hole early. They battled back, turned it into a game, a one-possession game, and I think Colgan felt pretty fortunate to get out of here with the win.
Yeah, I thought maybe it was even maybe a tale of 2 halves of 2 games, because if the Trojan gets off the bus and comes out in that first quarter like they played in the third and fourth quarter, it might not even have been a ball game, Josh. That's how well they played in the second half. And then 2 key turnovers there to give to stop some Trojan drives to allow Colgan to win that ball game.
Well, the Riverton Rams, they're 1-0. They're coming off a 32-10 win at Baxter Springs. And back in 22, when the Trojans had that 10-1 season, Riverton went just 1-8. Now, two teams didn't meet that year, probably fortunately for Riverton. And then last year, Riverton improved to 6-4. They were just 1-3 in the CNC. And under Coach Weaver, he's in his third year. Danny Weaver, there at Riverton, he's got a 7-12 career record over those 3 years. But I think he feels like he can build off what they did last year. They're returning 7 starters on both sides of the ball, Jess, and they're going to look to junior quarterback Cale Forbes and senior running backs Landon Livingston and Cody Wagner to kind of carry the load for him. But talking to Coach Weaver, I think with him it all starts with that offensive line.
Yeah, I would agree, and I've known Coach Weaver for many years. Of course, he's Riverton's baseball coach as well, and they've run a really successful baseball program down there. But you know, they're returning 7 starters on both sides, 10 lettermen, you know, and they'll run like a 1-back spread, a 3-4 base defense. And like I said, Coach Weaver, he's the ultimate professional coach. He's been coaching many years, so I know he's new to the football program, but he's not new to the coaching world in general.
And, you know, those spread offenses become more and more popular, and perhaps the kids like running them better, but it really all starts in the trenches, and you got to think that the more physical team up front is going to have the advantage tonight. And Riverton, looking at them down there on the field, they got some pretty good size, and the Trojans are going to have their hands full in the trenches tonight.
And every football game, you know, it's kind of a cliche to talk about you win it in the trenches. You know, we talk about different things in life in general.
Throw me under the bus,
right.
Jess. Throw me under the bus.
But it's always won and loss up front. If you know, you're going to have to get some pressure on their quarterback and win the point of attack, and it's just how the game works, Josh.
All right. Well, so the Trojans hopefully get off to a better start tonight than they did against Colgan, as they were down, I believe, 21-0 at the half,
so, yeah.
And able to come back and score a couple touchdowns in the second half. And I'd like to see them build rather than dig in the first half here tonight. We'll step away for a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the starting lineups as we move closer to kickoff. Then Jess is going to go down on the field and have the officials mic'd up for the coin flip, and then we'll have the opening kick from here at Frank Jameson Field. And I don't know if the officials know you're going to do that, so it'll be a bit of a surprise. We get to see a little improvisation down there on the field tonight. All that coming up right after this break. The Trojans getting set to take on the Riverton Rams, coming right up on Girard Sports Live.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings, chicken and noodles, and so much more. And of course, their delicious homemade pies. Dine in or carry out available. Chicken Annie's of Girard has the best value, flavor, and service in the area. Stop in soon or call for catering. 620-724-4090.
Communicating with current and potential customers is a must in the world of business. Advertising is nothing more than communication and an invitation. Look no further than Norris Advertising, offering a wide variety of services from billboards, radio across the 4 states, and digital ad services like ZTV, YouTube, geofencing, streaming, and more beyond the local view. Looking to upgrade your storefront? Norris Advertising is your go-to for local digital sign sales. Norris Advertising. Get your ads to work.
From the football field to the bean field, the right equipment can make all the difference. Gear up for harvest, expand your fleet, or grow your business with Tyler Jackman at Big Iron Auctions. Tyler can improve your operation conveniently, efficiently, and effectively. And if you're selling one piece or the whole operation, Big Iron can connect you with over 750,000 registered bidders. Buying or selling, go big. Big Iron Auctions. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115. BigIronAuctions.com.
Welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. Trojans getting set to take on the Riverton Rams. Trojans coming in at 0-1 after a loss to Colgan in the first week of the season. Riverton 1-0 coming off a road win at Baxter. And we talked a little bit about both of those teams in our keys to the game. I guess, Jess, now it's time to take a look at the starting lineups.
All right, I'm going to go defensive starters for the Riverton Rams. They're going to run out there. Number 1, Aiden Witherspoon. He's a sophomore. Number 3, Noah Parker. He's a sophomore. Number 4, Tyler Reitz. He's a sophomore. Number 18, Jason Clark. He's a senior. Number 20, Cody Wagner's a senior. Number 21, Landon Livingston's a senior. Number 26, Jesse Wagner's a junior. Number 44, Slate Wells. He's a sophomore. Number 50, Gavin Boys. He's a senior. Number 58, Jacob Heater is a senior. And number 63, Brock Ross is a junior. And then for your hometown Girard Trojan offensively, they're going to run out there. Number 2, Gannon Clark. He is a junior. Number 8, Junior Love. He's a junior. Number 12, Ben Collins, sophomore. Number 21, Aiden Ashbacher, junior. Number 25, Levi Blair, senior. Number 40, Scott Moore, senior. Number 53, Owen Murphy. He's a junior. Number 55, Blake Brocob. He's a sophomore. Number 70, Caleb Humbles is a junior. Number 73, Aaron DeBrava is a senior. And big number 75, Zach Benzo, senior center and nose guard.
Those starting lineups brought to you by the Jagged Edge. The Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylist Carla Sands will have you looking your best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. We'll step away for another break. When we come back, more pregame analysis here on the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. Jess getting set to head down to the field to catch the coin flip action for you live. And, of course, we want to thank all of our camera operators tonight and our executive producer, Daryl McLeod, over there in Mission Control, throwing the switches, turning the knobs, doing the thing. Makes all this possible tonight. We'll be right back. You're getting ready to watch the Trojans and the Riverton Rams on Girard Sports Live.
Are you tired of waiting for your internet to load at a snail's pace? Or feeling like your connection is slower than a sloth's morning routine? Maybe your current internet feels as speedy as a sunbathing turtle. Well, say goodbye to the slow lane and welcome to Crawcan Fiber Optic Internet, where we leave the slow movers in the dust. You'll zoom through the web faster than Sharky being swarmed by his adoring fans. Crawcan Fiber Optic Internet, because life's too short to wait for slow connections.
Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com. Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. Just under 15 minutes left before kickoff here tonight between the Girard Trojans and the Riverton Rams. Again, the Trojans coming into tonight's game 0-1 after dropping their first game of the season, 21-14 against the Colgan Panthers. Riverton coming in at 1-0 after a 32-10 win on the road at Baxter Springs to start the season. And they're trying to improve on that 6-4 record from last year with a 1-3 record in the CNC. Trojans will take on Baxter Springs next week, while Riverton will travel to Frontenac. And of course, Frontenac, their hands full tonight with the black and blue game as Colgan comes into town, and that's always been a rivalry game since as far back as I can remember. And those two programs, although they're now in different classes, that game is still a big one. It used to decide who kept playing in the playoffs and who went home. No longer the case now, but still a big rivalry game between those two squads. And Jess Murphy has left us here in the box. He's down on the field right now getting set for the coin toss. I hope he's warned the officials that he's going to just creep out there with them and stand menacingly over their shoulder while they do the coin flip tonight. I could say just one more reason I don't envy the officials. Trojan offense had some promising drives, most of them in the second half last week. In the first half, they were plagued by turnovers as they got the ball moving, but then it's a couple untimely fumbles in the backfield that the Panthers were able to jump on top of. Really helped the Trojans dig a big hole in that first half. They were just unable to dig out of it. But to their credit, at any point in time, in high school sports, especially football, when you're down 3 touchdowns, it's real easy to start thinking about next week or thinking about social engagements over the weekend or going fishing or something. And Trojans didn't do that. They kept battling and fought hard in the second half, made some adjustments in the locker room, and came out and put together some really good drives, some defensive stands, and made the game uncomfortable for Colgan. And Panthers able to come away with the win, but it was no walk in the park there in that second half for them. And we'll see if the Trojans can start faster this week against this Riverton squad. And the Trojans, like I mentioned, haven't really played Riverton much in the past few years in football, but they do play them in baseball, all the girls' sports, and they were knocked out of the district's playoffs last year by Riverton. So I'm sure some of the Trojans still remember that, and they'd like to get some payback here tonight on the gridiron as we get closer to kickoff. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll have the coin flip and then kickoff from here at Frank Jameson Field in Girard. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
I was raised in a small town, and there was a lot of people who took time to invest in me. And so when we decided to open up our offices, we want to make sure that we're pouring back into the community that's giving to us. We care. We want to be involved. We want to have a passion for what you have a passion for. We want to be able to give back. And that's the foundation. That's why we're more than just insurance.
Tries to make something out of nothing. The Trojans all over him. It's going to be a big loss on the play.
A Trojan sack means $1 short stacks at Eastside Cafe. Kick off your day with a hearty breakfast or take that midday break at Eastside Cafe. And this fall, when the Trojans get a sack, you get $1 short stacks the next day. Eastside Cafe, a favorite of the 4 states winner. Go Trojans from Eastside Cafe.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Welcome back to Frank Jameson Field in beautiful Girard, America. The sun's getting ready to set off to the west as the Trojans get set to take on the Riverton Rams. And here we have the Trojans entering the field right now. Trojans will try and get off to a faster start this week, take a little bit better care of the ball in the first half, and hopefully keep Riverton on the back foot for most of tonight's game. It's going to be a physical one in the trenches, and that's where Riverton is the most experienced. As Jess mentioned in the keys to the game, they're returning 10 lettermen and 7 starters on both sides of the ball, but where they are senior heavy is on that line, and Coach Weaver said that they've spent a lot of time in the weight room this summer trying to get more physical so that they can edge out some of these close games they expect to have this year, and the Trojans are going to have to match that intensity here early. Getting set for the coin toss down there on the field tonight is the team captains getting set for Girard. Riverton yet to take the field as they're coming out of the locker room right now, so we're just a couple minutes away from the coin flip here in Girard. Riverton has had some fantastic football teams in the past. Those of you who maybe have a little bit of gray or white in your beard might remember Monty Weathers, fantastic running back for Riverton. I believe they won a state title while he was there. He went on to a fantastic career at Pittsburgh State. And for his career, he averaged over 9 yards a carry. If you average over 4, you're doing good. And Monty had over 9 yards a carry average for his career at Pittsburgh State. He was also a fantastic track and field athlete, a sprinter, hurdler, and whatnot. So a very talented athlete for Riverton. And then in the 90s, they had Andy Ball, awesome tailback, and a big physical presence out there on the field. Nope, didn't ever meet anybody who wanted to tackle that guy. And I think they won some state titles with Andy as well. And since then, they haven't had that prolific talent that you can kind of build your whole team around, but they've had a couple good years here and there, and they're trying to build on some moderate success last year and trying to keep it going. They started off with a win at Baxter last week, and the Trojans are going to try and pick up their first win here tonight as they fell behind big early but battled back to make it a game last week against Colgan, and hopefully they bottled some of that second half energy, and they're going to bring it to the first half of this one here tonight. See the Trojans getting hyped up down there on the field as the coach is getting set, putting on their communication arrays. And I think we're ready to get this coin toss underway. With all the pomp and circumstance, pregame festivities.
Good evening. Please stand or remove your hats as the Girard Trojan Impressions choir, under the direction of Meredith Reed, sing our national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right. There's the Reflections, the vocal music group from here at Girard High School, doing a great rendition of our national anthem as the Trojans captains head to the middle of the field for the coin toss. And one Jess Murphy is out there with them. And I'll shut up so you can hear the goings-on of the coin flip.
All right, gentlemen, introduce yourselves real quick.
For Girard, we have number 40.
All right, guys, you guys are your captains of your teams tonight, okay? Which means you guys are the examples of the way this game's going to be played, all right? We don't tolerate any taunting or anything like that, so make sure good sportsmanship all the way throughout, and you guys are the examples of that, okay? You guys can talk to us. I'm DJ. This is Drew. He'll be your umpire. If you got any questions or something, feel free to ask us anything that you want to, okay? Let's do it the right way. It's a beautiful night for football. Football's a great game. You guys show them how it's supposed to be done, okay? All right, you guys are home. You guys are visitors. You're going to call it the standard silver dollar. That's the head. That's the tail. That's the tail. That's the head. Okay? You're going to call it. You're going to repeat it while it's in the air. Okay? You ready? He called heads. That is, it is tails. Girard, you would like to? Okay. Girard won the toss. They will defer. Want the ball? Which way you want to kick?
We'd like to defend the scoreboard.
Okay. You'll turn your backs that way. You'll come around to me this way right here. Okay.
Girard.
So there you see it. Trojans win the toss, elect to defer to the second half. They will defend the west end zone, forcing Riverton's offense to go into the setting sun here in Girard. And you can see the shadows as they creep across the field, and it's a bit of an issue, but here in about 20, 30 minutes, it won't be, as the sun will dip down behind the hills of Hepler and the trees here in Girard, and we'll have a beautiful night for high school football. But the Trojan defense will be out on the field trying to get a stop to start things off against junior quarterback Cale Forbes and a pair of senior running backs, Landon Livingston and Cody Wagner, who will rotate in and out of the game. As we said earlier in the pregame, Riverton will run a one-back spread with Forbes operating largely out of the gun, and then they'll put several receivers out there trying to stretch that Trojan defense out and create some gaps in the middle for those backs, and then allowing Forbes to try and do some damage with his arm as well. And Trojan defense is going to try and get a stop, put that offense out on the field. And Trojan offense last week in the first half plagued by a couple of turnovers at very inopportune times, which allowed Colgan to kill a couple Trojan drives and jump out early in that one. So, you know, the execution in the offensive backfield has probably been a point of focus this week in practice. But the first burden, or the first test, is going to be for that Trojan defense to try and get a stop here tonight. High kick end over end from Zeb Poland. Fielded by Tyler Reitz, and he's brought down at about the 30-yard line. Good kickoff coverage that time by the Trojans, and Riverton will take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
All right.
1st and 10 for the Rams at their own 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. A 3-wide receiver set, 2 wide to the near side. That's Aiden Witherspoon and Jason Clark. High snap, and it's handoff off tackle to Noah Parker, who's brought down after a very short gain. As the Trojan defensive line does a good job of shutting down the gaps there, it'll set up a 2nd down and 9.
Good way to start the ball game right there, Josh, by just allowing a short 1-yard gain on the first play.
1 on the play.
2nd down and 9 now from the 31 for Riverton. Clock is running, 11.5 to play. First half, trips to the near side.
Witherspoon in the slot. Here's the snap. And the pass ahead is complete to Jason Clark. And he's ridden down at about the 42-yard line. That'll move the sticks after a gain of 11.
Yeah, he just found a little soft spot in the zone right there, and he's able to get turned and catch it in front of the Trojan defenders. Stiffen that defense up a little bit.
Sets up a 1st and 10. Well, they spot the ball at the Riverton 43. And this time the trips go to the far side of the field. Lone wide receiver to the near side is the Jason Clark, who caught the last pass from Forbes. Back to pass, rolling far side. That pass caught by Tyler Reitz. He makes a man miss and gets out near the sticks. They're going to mark him a couple yards short at the Girard 49-yard line. It'll set up a 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, that's the exact same play, just run it the other way. They just run too deep and run a little hook route with the middle receiver, and he's been wide open 2 times in a row now. Trojans defense maybe needs to make some adjustments on that play.
Gain of 8 on the play. Now 2 backs in the backfield with Forbes. They'll put a man in motion near side. That's Witherspoon. He'll get the swing pass on the outside.
Cuts back the other way. Cutting around, juking, and finally Scott Moore cleans him up for a loss of about 5 on the play back to the Riverton 45.
Yeah, not only Scott Moore cleaned that play up, he's the reason they had to turn it back inside. He did a great job of keeping outside contained.
They'll set up a 3rd down and about 7. At the Riverton 46. Trips to the near side. Forbes in the gun. Here's the snap. Rolling near side, looking downfield. Steps up, incomplete. And kind of threw it between a couple of intended receivers. And had Tyler Reed and Jason Clark out there. And just kind of split the difference.
Yeah, it was a good job. Jalen Clark did a good job from his linebacker position to pressure and make him the throw before he needed to.
Well, I don't know about you, Jess. I'm picking up a horrible echo.
Cullen in at quarterback, hands off straight ahead. That's Junior Love on the carry, and he's going to pick up about 8 on 1st down, and that's how you stay ahead of the sticks, Jess.
Yeah, we talked about it at the pregame show, Josh, about winning that point of a contact, winning in the trenches, and that time that Girard O-line had Riverton on their heels, pushed them back 5 or 6 yards before Junior ever got contacted.
Sets up about a 2nd and 1 from the Trojan, we'll call it the 21, 22? Call it the 22. Call him with the snap. Now they got an end-around action. This is Ashbacher with it, rolling off tackles and finally knocked down at about the 28-yard line, but that'll be enough for a Trojan 1st down.
A good run there by Aiden, but he had to bounce off 2 of his own players to gain that kind of yardage.
It happens sometimes.
Blockers got out in front of him, and just Aiden was right up their tail.
1st and 10 for the Trojans from their own 27. As Cullen gets the play from the sideline. Love in the backfield with him. Trojans running that flex bone offense. They'll put Levi Blair in motion to the far side. He's over there with Scott Moore. Clark, the lone wide receiver on the near side. Ashbacher in motion. Now back to pass is Cullen. Slings it out. Gets it to Blair, stiff arm from Blair, and he fights forward for a gain of about 3 before being forced out of bounds by a trio of Rams.
We had just a quick hit to the flat, and Levi almost made that first tackler miss, but did a good job to gain positive yards.
Call it 2nd down and 7 from the 30-yard line after the completion to Blair. A lot of elementary school spirit down on the track in front of us, Jess.
Gets you fired up, doesn't it?
There's a snap to Cullen. Now a quick pitch to the outside. It's Ashbacher again looking for the corner. He's got it across the 40, 45, 50 into Ram territory and forced out of bounds. They're going to call it at the Riverton 44-yard line.
Yeah, that was just a good all-around play. The Riverton interior linebackers bid on the play fake to Junior Love and give Ashbacher that corner with Levi Blair leading the way.
Call it a gain of 26 on the play. Sets up a 1st down and 10 for the Trojans from just inside the 45. I'm going to have to call that a gain of 25 then.
Good math.
Yeah, it's not easy, bud. Clark, the lone wide receiver to the near side. Blair in motion, handoff straight ahead to Junior Love, and he's ankle tackled after a gain of about 6 across the 40 to the Riverton 39.
Yeah, that's Cody Wagner there with that tackle for the Riverton Rams, but not before he could get a good head of steam and shorten the chain. The game's a lot easier, Josh, when you're playing on 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5.
See if the Trojans can keep it rolling. The offense is running on all cylinders right now. Again, another tight formation for the Trojans. They'll put Blair in motion. There's a handoff straight ahead to Love, makes a man miss. Now he's dragging defenders across the 25 and finally brought down at about the 23, and a flag comes in late, right near the spot where the tackle occurred.
I'm going to think I don't want to assume.
Maybe a hold on the Trojans downfield.
I think it's a face mask on the tackle. Nope.
Trojans are moving backwards. And it was a hold. I think they're going to get Scott Moore probably with that one out, blocking in front of the play. And sometimes when you're blocking those little defensive backs, you know, they're going to try and dodge you or juke you or something, and you end up grabbing some jersey there just to try and make the block. And Moore caught in the act right there, but it's still going to be second down at about 2 for the Trojans. I got to keep up here with my stats, Jess.
Yep. We just
There's another flag.
Hard counted them. Riverton jumped. Free first down.
It's that type of color commentary, paying attention while I'm writing, that I look for, Jess. That's great. Nice work.
Earning my paycheck this week.
I'll place the ball at the Riverton 31, and we'll give the Trojans a 1st and 10. So double whammy there for Riverton. You know they entered this game looking for no whammies, Jess.
No whammies.
And there's a whammy. A double, in fact. Handoff around the end again to Ashbacher, going far side this time, and he finds the corner, stiff arms, and he's drugged down, and there's 2 flags on the play, one way back in the Riverton defensive backfield, and then one right over by the sideline where the tackle occurred. And we'll wait for the officials to sort this one out. It's going to probably be a bit of a committee meeting as Ben Cullen in there trying to discern what happened. I think it's going to go against the Trojans.
Discussing it. 2 separate fouls. I was sure of that.
How bad do we want to get them? It's a block in the back against the Trojans. And usually they say when you see the name on the jersey, you can't block them, but there's no names on these jerseys, Jess.
Right.
So how are you even supposed to know which way they're facing?
The numbers will go backwards.
Right.
Yeah.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Oh. They would to me. I got that one bad eye, you know.
You're left or mine, buddy. I don't know. So they're going to eventually step this one off.
Yeah.
And if it was from the spot, now they got a personal foul and a face mask against the Trojans.
On top of it, so it was 2 fouls.
So one double whammy begets another double whammy, Jess, and they're going to march this one back to the Riverton 36-yard line. It sets up a first down, and we'll call it 15 for the Trojans. It could be worse.
So they declined the block in the back, and they
took the face mask.
Accepted the 15-yard face mask to bring it 1st and 15. All right. I think that's all sorted out.
Well, see if we can get a playoff without a flag here.
And this, we got to quit shooting ourselves in the foot.
1st and 15 from the 36. Here's a quick pitch to the outside. It's Ashbacher again looking for the corner. Gets it across the 30, 25. Decent block in front of him from Blair. He cuts back behind it. Then he's driven out of bounds at the 4-yard line by Aiden Witherspoon, but not before doing a bunch of damage. And that'll set the Trojans up 1st and goal from the 4-yard line.
And most importantly, Josh, there's no yellow laundry on the field after a great play there.
Because that's what I asked for, Jess.
And you're right. Levi Blair, with that little option play around the corner, Levi Blair took the lead, and good lead block.
Call it a gain of 32 on the play. 1st and goal for the Trojans as Cullen runs in from the sideline with the play call from Coach Philpott. And this is the kind of start these Trojan fans were hoping for tonight. Love in the backfield behind Cullen. They put Ashbacher in motion. He's going to get the pitch again. Why not? Runs over a defender across the goal line. Touchdown, Trojans. And they have their first lead of the season, 6-0 over Riverton.
And that was a great job by that outside receiver not to block in the back that time, because he had every opportunity to push that Riverton defender in the back and decided just not to do it and let Ashbacher score.
Well, discretion is the better part of valor, Jess, and we saw it right there. Zeb Poland on to attempt the point after. There's the snap, good hold, kick is up, and it's good. Trojans lead it 7-0. We'll step away for a quick break. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. Trojans have their first lead of the season after a 10-play, 86-yard drive, capped off by a 4-yard touchdown run by Aiden Ashbacher. And the Trojans working that pitch and finding the edge against Riverton on that drive. They had a big play, a run of 25 yards, a run of 32 yards before Ashbacher capped it off. That kick rolls out of bounds. The flag will fall, and Riverton will get pretty good field position out to the 35. To start this drive.
Yeah, and that's one thing we might not have talked about pregame, Josh. A couple times I've been out on the field, there's a big wind as the Trojans are just now kicking into that, and Riverton has the advantage here with the wind at their back to start this game.
Well, Jess, if you never pass, the wind doesn't matter. I guess it mattered on the kickoff, though. Now lots of bodies in the backfield this time for Riverton. High snap. They're going to go straight ahead, but the Trojans bottle it up inside. And it's going to be a loss of 2. Let's see who the ball carrier was there.
That was Zach Benzo on the tackle from the nose guard position. He just stood his offensive center straight up.
And that was Livingston on the carry. And they're going to call it a loss of 2, sets up a 2nd down and 12 from the 33 for Riverton. They're going to try end-around action with Witherspoon, and he's dropped in the backfield. The Trojans get there. Gannon Clark, the first man there. Scott Moore there to help clean it up as well. And Robbie Brunig in there for extra support. The Trojans come up with another negative play against Riverton, and they're looking at a 3rd down and about 15 from their own 29.
Yeah, with Trojans running this 3-man front, it's so important for those outside linebackers and the Trojans to keep contained on the outside. And Scott Moore right there allowed Gannon Clark to free shoot in from his inside linebacker position and make that stop.
3rd down and long now for Riverton. Forbes back to pass, gets one, lobs one deep, and it's out of bounds. No chance to catch that one, and a flag comes in late. That ball was never catchable. That was never catchable.
And
it landed 5 feet out of bounds. At no point in time was anybody ever going to catch that ball. Now, they might have been calling a hold or something, and that would be a shame for the Trojans because that would be an automatic 1st down. And I'm looking at who the defender was out there who went running up. It was Levi Blair.
Levi Blair, but he had great he had great leverage. He used the sideline as his friend, never put his hands on him. And like you say, the ball was so far overthrown.
What are they calling there? It's still 3rd down. Nope, it's a 1st down, I guess. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the Riverton 44.
Nope, they're going to say it's still 3rd down. So I don't know what.
I don't know.
Anyway,
they never gave any indication of what the flag was for, did they?
I never saw the white hat given.
Normally, you would indicate what kind of penalty that was. I mean, point of parliamentary procedure here.
Point of order.
There's a committee in the backfield. Forbes bobbles the snap. He's in trouble. Scott Moore's right there and eats him for lunch. A big loss on the play for the Trojan defense as they stand on 3rd down and erase the bad taste of that penalty. It'll push Riverton all the way back to their own 38-yard line in a punting situation here for the Rams.
Yeah, it was just a great job by Scott Moore. It started with a bad snap and got Riverton to bust their play to not run it on schedule, and Scott Moore just ate them up.
Fourth down and 6 from their own 38. Low snap. They get it away. The kick by Aiden Witherspoon, an end-over-end affair. Takes a Trojan bounce, now a Riverton bounce, and it's downed at the 29-yard line, and that's where Girard's offense will take over. Last time they were on the field, a 10-play, 86-yard drive to give them the 7-0 lead, and you got to think they're going to pick right up where they left off. Just keep running that football.
Oh, I wholeheartedly agree, or they should anyway. I thought they looked really good on that drive. 3 or 4 different ball carriers. They did have one little swing pass, just kind of mixing it up. Philpott doing a good job early on play calling.
And they did ended up placing it at the 28-yard line of the Trojans. First down and 10. I think that's Blair in the backfield. And Cullen going to keep it himself straight ahead. He's going to end up picking up about 3 yards.
I think it's
like
Salmons.
Oh, Siler Salmons, excuse me, carrying there. And he's going to pick up about 4 yards there on first down. I'll call it 3 yards on first down. We'll set up a second down and 7.
Yep, so Siler Salmons coming in to run the quarterback position. Philpott still unsure which of the two he's going to settle in to maybe become his go-to guy.
They'll put Ashbacher in motion. Now he'll go back to his original spot as Salmons gets the call from the sideline. Gannon Clark, the wide receiver, to the near side. And they're going to whistle this one dead before it even starts. And it's going to be a illegal procedure against the Trojans. And sometimes it's hard if you're a lineman. You're running 2 quarterbacks in and out of the game. They got different cadence, a different voice making the calls out there. And it's just requires that extra little bit of concentration. And, if you've got kids who can play, you want to get them out there on the field, but there's advantages and disadvantages to every situation.
I agree, and like you said, the cadence, and those linemen stood in their stance a long time on that play.
Sets them up second down and 12. We'll call it the 26-yard line where they are, and now there's a timeout on the field. We'll take it as well. 2:18 to play, first quarter. Trojans lead at 7-0. Trying to get some stuff sorted out. When we come back on the other side of the break, you're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
When it comes to your health care, you have a choice. Choose to stay local. Choose Girard Medical Center. For over 100 years, Girard Medical Center has been a part of the community, and they work every day to meet the health care needs of those they serve. With 6 locations in southeast Kansas and an ever-expanding list of inpatient and outpatient services, you just don't have to travel anymore to get quality cutting-edge care, including many services you won't find elsewhere. Proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area. Learn more at girardmedicalcenter.com.
Welcome back. Trojans looking at a second down and 12 from their own 26 following an illegal procedure penalty. Pass ahead is complete to Corbin Bowen, but tackled immediately. And after the game he put in last week against Colgan, that Riverton would definitely have him on their radar. He'll pick up about, call it 3 yards. It'll set up a third down and 9 for the Trojans.
Yes, Salmons did a good job of reading the defense. His first read, I think, was covered. That play was a little bit slow developing, but he's able to find Corbin come open there on that little hook route.
So third and long from the Trojan 29-yard line. Salmons in the pistol. There's the snap, and they're just going to run it straight ahead with the back. That was Mason Gilmore carrying the ball there. 5'8", 154-pound senior. And he's going to pick up about a yard, but a conservative call that time by the Trojans, and they're going to punt this one away and live to fight another day. Lean on that defense a little bit after the impressive stand they made on the last possession.
See if that wind's a factor here, as Poland's going to punt right into the teeth of it.
That punt is high. It's going to land and take a Trojan bounce. It's fielded and downed immediately by Noah Parker. And Riverton will have pretty darn good field position as they take over 1st and 10 at their own 42-yard line. And Parker, he kind of fielded that one in self-defense because it was headed, shot at him like a bullet. And he snagged it and immediately took a knee. It reminds me of the scene from Necessary Roughness where the guy's running around yelling, blow the whistle, blow the whistle.
Yeah, he probably saved maybe 10 or 15 yards of field position by doing that. But, yeah he had either catch it or let it hit him.
It was definitely taken off deep into Riverton territory if he wasn't there. Forbes in the gun again, only 2 wide receivers, a full backfield. He hands off straight ahead, and a good gainer this time by Noah Parker. And he's going to pick up about 8 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, that time the Riverton Rams offensive line opened up a big hole and allowed the running back to get a big gainer.
They place the ball right at midfield. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 for Riverton from there, right on the Trojan logo. Again, lots of bodies in the backfield for Riverton here as they hand off to Parker once again, off tackle, and he makes a man miss, steps through the hole. He's going to have the first down of the night for the Rams, as the Trojans don't bring him down until he crosses the 40-yard line. Let's see where they're going to place the ball, just inside the 40 of Girard.
Yeah, Noah Parker running like somebody lit a fire under him on that last break. He's hitting that hole hard. Probably be the last play of the quarter.
And that will end the first quarter. The Trojans lead it 7-0, but Riverton has the ball and they're driving. When we come back on the other side of the break, 2nd quarter action from here at Frank Jameson Field. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
From the football field to the bean field, the right equipment can make all the difference. Gear up for harvest, expand your fleet, or grow your business with Tyler Jackman at Big Iron Auctions. Tyler can improve your operation conveniently, efficiently, and effectively. And if you're selling one piece or the whole operation, Big Iron can connect you with over 750,000 registered bidders. Buying or selling, go big. Big Iron Auctions. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115. BigIronAuctions.com.
First and 10 for Riverton from the Trojan 40 to start the 2nd quarter, and this time the Trojan defense, that defensive front holds up and stops Noah Parker for no gain on the play. Brings up a 2nd down and 10 from the 40.
Yeah, that time Zach Benzo out of that nose tackle position was able to get rid of his blocker and get a hold of Parker's ankles and stop him in his tracks.
Man, what a beautiful night for football here in Girard. As the sun's starting to set, couldn't ask for a better night. Forbes kind of in a pistol set here. Now he'll take the snap, rolls near side, look at a pass, and it's complete over the middle. And that's Tyler Reitz with the catch. He's going to be just short of the 1st down by a couple of yards at about the 32-yard line.
Yeah, Trojans had that play covered really well, but the 2 defenders kind of run into one another at the point of contact, and good thing that receiver lost his footing, or he might have been able to break that.
Call it an 8-yard gain on the play. Connection from Forbes to Reitz sets up a 3rd down and a long 2 for Riverton. They're sticking with this 3-back set with Forbes. High snap. Forbes fakes the handoff. Now he pitches outside to Witherspoon. He tries to make a man miss and does out on the edge. And edge tackling last year was a major issue for the Trojans. And they missed one out there, and it might cost them a 1st down here, as I think Witherspoon managed to just get it across the sticks, and he did. It'll bring up a 1st down and 10 for Riverton from the Trojan 29.
Yeah, the same kind of thing that haunted them last week as well. They had that play bottled up. The outside linebacker from the far side forces the quarterback to pitch it. They have him for a loss of yards, and he's able to shed 2 Trojan tacklers to get the 1st down.
And, you know, the more teams see that sort of thing on tape, you're going to see a lot of plays go to the edge. This time, 3 wide receivers in this set. Forbes up under center, fakes the handoff. Now they're going to go end around near side. Blair is right there for the Trojans, stops it for no gain. Good discipline by Levi Blair just to stay home on defense, and the play came to him.
Yeah, great job there by Levi. Did a good job to turn him back inside for some help, but ended up not needing help at all.
Carried by Wagner. Lawson's play brings up 2nd down and 11.
Second and 11 now from the Trojan 30-yard line as this defense trying to dig in here, keep Riverton out of the end zone, but especially out of any sort of field goal range. We haven't seen them attempt any field goals or extra points. Now there's a timeout on the field. Riverton wants to talk it over. We'll take it as well. 9:11 to play. First half, Trojans lead at 7-0. Riverton looking at a 2nd and long. When we come back, you're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
$9:11
9:11 to play, first half. Trojans lead it 7-0 over the Riverton Rams. Riverton's offense is starting to put together their best-looking drive of the game thus far. They've gotten a few 1st downs, but the Trojans stopped an end around just before the break to set up a 2nd down and long here for Riverton. But we'll see what the Rams have in the playbook for this situation as Forbes lines up in the gun, 3 wide receivers near side. They'll put Witherspoon, high snap over the head of Forbes. He's just got to fall on it to save the possession, and that's going to be a big negative play for Riverton. It's going to back him all the way up to the Girard 42 and set up a 3rd down and a country mile.
Yeah, that's kind of what stalled their drive, maybe the first possession as well, as they had a couple snaps that was just off cue. It took their plays out of time, but that one was just really bad and over the head, and it was a good job there by number 52 of the Trojans. I don't have a 52, but anyway.
Jess, maybe we need some glasses. He's wearing a 52. I see 52, Jess.
But he did not jump on Forbes as he was down.
You're okay. Never mind. You don't need glasses. There's a snap. Forbes rolling out, 3rd and forever. He's going to let this one fly. Trojans back in coverage, and Scott Moore is there for the interception for Girard. First turnover of the ball game, and Moore out-battled the intended receiver for the ball. I think they were trying to get that one to Aiden Witherspoon, and Moore, with a size advantage and great position, was able to come down with the interception.
Yeah, Coach Westcott will be proud of the way he just boxed that receiver out and went up and got that ball, high-pointed that thing, come down with it. That's a great turn of events here for the Trojans.
So the Trojans get the turnover, but they are taken over at their own 10-yard line. So if you're Girard right now, you really want to take care of the football in this situation. 8:17 to play, first half. Trojans trying to put together a big drive here. Levi Blair with a nice stiff arm on the outside. Stoddard stops and goes across the 15 before being driven out of bounds by a trio of Rams out near the 20-yard line. Let's see where they mark him out. It's going to be just shy at the 19. It'll set up a 2nd down and 1 for the Trojans. And then once again, Jess, that's how you stay ahead of the chains.
Yeah, and Levi Blair with that little stop and go. Riverton had him for about a loss or for sure a no gain. Levi gives the old stiff arm and a stop and go and picks up 9.
I'm a fan of the stiff arm, Jess.
Like the
Heisman Trophy.
The pose.
That's right. Ben Cullen back in the game at quarterback for the Trojans. In the backfield with him is Mason Gilmore. And a flag on the play, illegal procedure against Girard, and this will back him up. But because of that big gain by Blair on first down, really 2nd down and what it's going to be about 2nd down and 6 is not that bad for the Trojans.
No, but still it's a backwards negative play where the Trojans need to find themselves not to be doing that. That's what killed their last drive.
And it's going to be placed at the 14-yard line and bring up a 2nd down and 6 for Girard from that spot. They'll put Blair in motion. The snap goes to Cullen. He'll keep it right up the gut. Drives over a defender across the 25 to about the 26. And that'll be a 1st down for the Trojans.
Yeah, you just keep running power up the middle, and those outside hits will happen as we saw last week with Bowen around the end or even Blair right there. But good run there by Cullen just to wheel himself into an 8-yard gain.
Gain of 12 on the play, Jess.
12.
Don't sell him short now.
Math again.
Math is hard. 1st and 10 for the Trojans from the 26-yard line. They'll hand it off straight ahead this time. That's Junior Love making people miss. Almost lost the ball, but hangs on to it. And he picks up about 15 yards and sets up a Trojan 1st down at, let's see, they mark him at the 48, or the 43 of Riverton.
Yeah, we got an injured Riverton Ram at the moment, but I'm telling you right now, that play doesn't happen if it's not for that left side of that offensive lineman getting 5 yards of separation from the line of scrimmage.
A gain of 17 that time for Love, and you could see that the second level of that defense, they weren't necessarily putting a shoulder into tackle, they were stripping at that ball.
Yeah.
And when you do that, the back keeps his feet moving, and you're going to sacrifice some yards.
And Junior Love is really good. I've watched all game. I haven't mentioned it yet, but I wanted to earlier, how when he hits that second level, he's got 2 hands on that football before he's getting ready to get tackled. So
good thing. You needed both of them right there. 6.5 to play, first half, as the injured Ram is helped off the field. That's Cody Wagner, the senior linebacker, so they hate to lose a senior, but hopefully Cody will be able to make his way back into this one.
Yeah, he kind of walked off on his own power,
yeah,
so he's a good sign.
Not exactly tap dancing over there, though, Jess. It's
he wasn't sprinting off.
No. 6.5 to play. Trojans 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line. Cullen talking things over with the official right now. I don't know.
Probably had to have his knee pads covered.
There you go. Faked handoff straight ahead. Now it comes out to Blair. Gets around the end, and Levi lowers the shoulder, drives ahead for another Trojan 1st down across midfield. They'll mark him out at the Riverton 40. They keep moving. I'll call it the 46 probably. Wait and see. Yeah, almost the 45.
Yeah, and we talked about it, Josh. You keep hitting them in the middle. Those corners are going to open up, and Trojans will break a big play one of these carries.
That's a gain of 12 on that play. So Trojans again, 1st and 10, as they're rattling off big chunks of yards here with the running game. 6 minutes to play, first half. 1st and 10. Cullen in the pistol. Here's the snap, handoff straight ahead to Love. Kind of broke it off tackle, and he's brought down with an ankle tackle. And that was Cody Wagner on the tackle, so made his way back into the game, then makes the tackle as he's battling through. You can tell he's still kind of hurting out there on the field, but that's what you call senior leadership.
Right, and to bring down Junior Love one-on-one is a big accomplishment on top of being hurt while you're doing it.
Call it a gain of 4, sets up a 2nd down and 6 from the Riverton 41. And now there's a timeout on the field as Riverton wants to talk it over. Coach Weaver wanted to discuss some things with his squad. 5:16 to play, first half. Trojans up by a touchdown. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports Live.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings, chicken and noodles, and so much more. And of course, their delicious homemade pies. Dine in or carry out available. Chicken Annie's of Girard has the best value, flavor, and service in the area. Stop in soon or call for catering. 620-724-4090.
Trojans putting another drive here together offensively. Looking at a 2nd down and 6 at the Riverton 41-yard line. 5:16 to play first half. Trojans leading it 7-0. Trojans have gotten 3 stops tonight defensively. That's good news here in this first half. And the offenses look pretty good as well. They'd like to cap this one off with a touchdown as they head into the locker room. Trojans won the toss, elected to defer, so they will get the ball to start the 3rd quarter.
It's always a plus.
Ben Cullen in at quarterback, fakes the handoff, rolling near side, looking to throw, throws it down the middle, has Scott Moore. He fell down on the route. The turf monster broke that one up as Scott couldn't quite get his traction and get his body stopped. And Cullen threw it a little bit behind him, and Moore not able to make the catch from his back. That was going to be impressive, but the ball just out of his reach. It'll set up a 3rd down and 6, and now the Trojans need to execute here offensively.
Yeah, young sophomore quarterback would like to have that throwback because he had Moore wide open. If he just puts a little air under that and lets Moore run underneath it, that's a home run ball right there.
3rd down and 6 for the Trojans from the Riverton 41. They put a man in motion. That is Ashbacher. Now straight ahead with Cullen as he's slung down, but I think he's going to get enough for the 1st down. He's across the 35 to about the 34, and that will move the chains and give the Trojans a new set of downs.
We had good hard run there by Cullen, but there again, set up by Big 73. Aaron DeBrava just clearing the way on that right side.
Gain of 7 on the play, gives the Trojans a 1st and 10 at the Riverton 34. Under 5 minutes now to play first half. Trojans can take their time here as they want to eat some clock as well. Ashbacher in motion. They'll hand off to Love. Straight up the middle. He's got a hole and tripped up, but falls forward across the 20 to about the 19. Another big gainer on the ground for the Trojans and another 1st down.
Yeah, Noah Parker for Riverton trips him up as Junior does a somersault over the top of him, but I'm going to sound like a broken record all night, but that front line of the Trojans just has this front line of Riverton on roller skates and pushing them back.
Gain of 15 on the play, sets up the 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Ashbacher in motion once again, handoff straight ahead to Love, and he's going to have a gain of about, call it 7, maybe 8 on that play, as the Trojans continue to just grind away as they lock in the 4-wheel drive. There's a flag out on the field, however, and we'll see if this one's going to go against the Trojans. Where the flag is, it probably will.
If it was holding Trojans.
And it does back up Girard, and it'll set up a 1st down and long, but just the way they've been moving the ball on the ground, this isn't necessarily a drive-killing penalty.
Nope, not on 1st down for sure.
Call it 1st and 20 from the 29. Now they're going to go around the end again. It's Ashbacher, but Riverton does a good job of forcing him to the sideline and using that as the 12th man as they're able to stop that one after a gain of about, we'll call it 4, maybe 5 yards.
Yeah, Riverton spread that out, just never give Ashbacher a cutback lane to cut it back upfield.
Call it 2nd down and 16 now for the Trojans after that gain. Ball rests at the Riverton 26. Straight ahead this time for the Trojans. Oh no, they went around the end again with
Cullen.
With Ben Cullen. Kind of started up the middle and broke it to the outside. And it'll set up a 3rd down and 8. That's pretty manageable distance, actually. Gain of about 8 on the play.
Cullen was able to keep that one and just will his way for those yards.
Ball rests at the Riverton 18-yard line as Cullen looks over to Coach Philpott for the play. Love in the backfield behind him. Clark, the lone wide receiver. Now Cullen going to keep it again. He's across the 10, and they're going to drag him back, but I think forward progress will get him close to the sticks. And I think maybe 4th down territory here, Jess.
Oh, yeah, I would agree. But they're going to call him just a touch short.
They're going to call him just short. Call it a gain of 7 on the play for Cullen. Sets up a 4th and 1 at the 11-yard line. And the Trojans going to run this one. They're going to have the 1st down inside the 5 and still trying to battle forward. But finally brought down. And that's Cullen once again using his athleticism. And he picks up the 1st down for Girard.
Yeah, you know, they have Ben Cullen listed at 6'2", 180 as a sophomore quarterback.
That's another gain of 7 on a quarterback keeper on a 4th and 1. 1st and goal now for the Trojans inside the 5-yard line. Cullen will stay lined up in the pistol. The only wide receiver is Clark off to the far side. They'll put Ashbacher in motion, handoff to Junior Love. And he battles forward for the touchdown. And they had him stopped initially, but he kept fighting, and Love found the end zone.
Yeah, the Trojans have found something they like off that right side, running behind Aaron DeBrava, the right tackle for the Trojans. And like you said, they was 1st and 20 from quite a ways out, and 5 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Yeah, they were looking at a 1st and 20 from the 29, and then they converted in 4 downs to gather up those 20 yards, and then the next play they were in, bad snap, they're going to roll out. 2-point conversion is good, and the reception by Bowen.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that was a bad snap, Josh. I think that was a call
that was
play.
A play?
Yes, because Bowen released instantly, and Trojans' little trickery right there.
Trickeration.
For a 2-point conversion.
Well, the Trojans lead at 15-0, 2:23 to play first half. We'll step away for a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Witherspoon and Reese.
Poland set to kick it away for the Trojans. Takes a little hop, fielded on the hop at the 15-yard line. And finally brought down is Tyler Reitz. I believe that was Reitz at about the 28-yard line, and that's where Riverton will take over, 1st down and 10.
A good container by the Trojan special teams. There's a option of one leg of the game we don't talk about a lot. How important special teams can be.
Well, that's why they call it special, Jess.
It's not let nothing bad happen. Just keep the players in front of you. Don't let them score here late in the game, late in the quarter.
1st and 10, Riverton from their own 28. 3 wide receivers in this set. They'll hand off, and a nice little cut inside by Landon Livingston. Looked like they had him dead to rights in the backfield, but he made a nifty move to shed the defender and pick up about 4 yards. It'll set up a 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, a little, maybe kind of a zone read kind of play by the Rams as they held it in the belly and then give it to the second guy through. And he just made all those yards on his own, make a couple defenders miss.
2nd and 6 from the 32 for Riverton. Under 2 minutes, getting down around a minute and a half here in the first half. Forbes with the snap, little misdirection in the backfield. Ahead goes Aiden Witherspoon and finally dragged down by the Trojans, but he's going to have enough for a Riverton 1st down up to the 40-yard line. And that was almost like a wishbone-looking type of play there, Jess, with that counteraction in the backfield.
Yeah, they fake it one way and give it to the guy going on the counter type play. But my takes, if your free safety's got to make the tackle, then on a running play, it's not always a good thing.
Getting down around a minute to play here, first half. Takes the village in the backfield with Forbes. Here's the snap. Witherspoon on the handoff going far side. Trojans do a good job of getting bodies out there, but Witherspoon able to get back and get a short gain out of what looked like it was going to be a loss. It'll set up a 2nd down at 9.
Yeah, when I was in school that many moons ago, Josh, we used to kind of call that student body right. They just sent about 5 lead blockers and just let Witherspoon pick and choose where he wanted to cut, and Riverton did a good job of putting a hat on a hat and let's let him turn it upfield.
But as good as they did, 2nd down and a long 9 and under 30 seconds to play first half. 3 wide receivers in the set. Forbes back to pass, being pressured, throws it short. Catch made by Livingston, and he is drilled out there in the open field.
Brokaw.
And that was Blake Brokaw. And Jess, I'm going to go ahead and call that our hit of the game.
Yep.
The hit of the game brought to you by Bradshaw Collision Repair. If your car takes a hit like that Riverton receiver just took from Blake Brokaw, then take it to Bradshaw Collision Repair. Bob Bradshaw offers refinishing, paintless dent repair, glass replacement, and more. Let Bradshaw Collision Repair get you back in the game. Call 620-724-7300.
Yeah, a little screen pass there by Riverton set up perfectly, but Brokaw, he was a touch
down.
a little late getting there, but he come from the far side linebacker position and just decleated him.
Ended it with a thud. 14 seconds left here in the first half. 1st down and 10 for Riverton after that screen pass. But they got a long way to go here. 48 yards to reach the end zone. And with 14 seconds, if you're going to throw it deep, you're not going to have any time to run the kicking team out or anything like that, especially if your receiver's brought down inbounds.
Yep.
So if you're the Trojans, don't let anything behind you.
Get too deep. Let everybody back.
This looks like a 1 deep, Jess. 4 wide in this set for Riverton. They'll put a man in motion near side. Forbes going to roll far side. And there's a little hook and lateral. And right there to stop it was Aiden Ashbacher. And I'm pretty sure he brought him down in bounds, but the clock stops because they got to move the chains. 6 seconds left. Trying to see who the receiver was on that play. I'm going to guess it was Riley Greer, sophomore running back.
Yep, Trojans bent and not broke right there, but they're going to have to do it one more time with 6 seconds to go here.
1st and 10 from the Trojan 35. 4 wide again in this set. Forbes in the gun. Here's the snap. There's a flag on the play. I think we had a little bit of pre-snap motion against Riverton and illegal procedure, and that'll back them up a little bit. Give the Trojans a little more breathing room.
Yeah, the outside receiver for Riverton, he was maybe in a big hurry to get to the end zone. Started just a fraction too soon.
Backs him up to the 40-yard line. 1st down at 15.
So just
6 ticks left on the clock before halftime. Beautiful sunset off to the west here tonight. Starting to cool off. Man, beautiful fall evening here in Girard. Forbes back to pass, being pressured now. Escapes Scott Moore, rolls out, throws it downfield, tip, and intercepted. Trojans coming back the other way.
It's Bowen.
It's Bowen, and he's a fast, elusive runner, and he's going to be wrapped up and driven out of bounds in front of the Trojan sideline at about the 42-yard line, and that'll end the first half as there's a late flag, and I believe maybe some unsportsmanlike conduct as Coach Philpott talking to Aiden Ashbacher over there on the Trojan sideline, and we'll sort this out, but it's not going to matter. The time had expired before the flag.
Be assessed on the next kickoff.
And it was the pressure on Forbes that kind of caused that errant throw, and then a tip drill in the defensive backfield for the Trojans, and we got a personal foul against Girard. I don't know. What are you going to do here?
Yeah, I don't know what the rule is.
Put time back on the clock and untime down. What are you going to do? Because it's Trojan ball.
Or Weaver might just decline it.
It's Trojan ball. It's not going to change the possession. And
assess it on the kickoff.
Okay,
Yep.
So it'll be assessed on the kickoff. The Trojans will have the ball to start the second half, just like they had the ball to end the first half. And they lead it 15-0 at the break. We'll step away for a quick break, and we'll be back with the GN Bank halftime show. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Selling equipment can be a hassle. Whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire, the time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at BigIronAuctions.com. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Chicken Annie's Girard. When you're facing a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Catering and carry out from Chicken Annie's Girard. When an onion ring craving is too much to bear, when the family's coming over and you weren't aware, it's Chicken Annie's Girard to the rescue. When there's 20, 30, 100 to feed, you need Chicken Annie's Girard indeed. A heroic value, superb flavor. When there's a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Chicken Annie's Girard.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net. or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
More than just your neighborhood pharmacy, Mathis Drug is your hometown partner in health. With pharmacist Bria Scheibe and an experienced, highly trained staff, Mathis Drug is ready to serve you. And now, Mathis Drug offers comprehensive compounding, which is one of the few pharmacies in Southeast Kansas with this convenient on-site service. From medications to expert advice, call 620-261-9779. Mathis Drug Store, where community and care come together.
From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630.
Communicating with current and potential customers is a must in the world of business. Advertising is nothing more than communication and an invitation. Look no further than Norris Advertising, offering a wide variety of services from billboards, radio across the 4 states, and digital ad services like ZTV, YouTube, geofencing, streaming, and more beyond the local view. Looking to upgrade your storefront? Norris Advertising is your go-to for local digital sign sales. Norris Advertising. Get your ads to work.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings, chicken and noodles, and so much more. And of course, their delicious homemade pies. Dine in or carry out available. Chicken Annie's of Girard has the best value, flavor, and service in the area. Stop in soon or call for catering. 620-724-4090.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Tonight, the Color Guard will be performing through September. Members of the Color Guard include sophomore Riley Franklin, Senior Ari Ramirez. Senior Sarah Rose. Junior Isabella Rice. Senior Jordan Oplotnik. And sophomore Kaylee Huber. Ladies, the field is yours.
All right, there's a Girard Trojan marching band entertaining the crowd here at halftime. This is the GN Bank halftime show brought to you by GN Bank, where they've been providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Personal, business, or agricultural needs, turn to GN Bank. Learn more at gn-bank.com. Well, Jess, the Trojans started this one off hot tonight. Offensively, they got to stop defensively to begin the game. Then went on a 10-play, 86-yard drive to get the first score of the game on a 4-yard touchdown run by Aiden Ashbacher. Got another stop defensively. Both teams kind of interchanged some stops. Then they come up with their first turnover, an interception at the 10-yard line. They take over at that spot, drive 90 yards down the field, and cap that drive off with a 4-yard touchdown run by Junior Love to take a 15-0 lead after the 2-point conversion with 2:23 left to play in the first half. Riverton unable to respond on their following drive, and then a unsportsmanlike penalty after another interception to end the first half, and that'll be assessed on the opening kickoff of the second half. That Eye on the Game brought to you by Kennar Eye Care. As we take a look back at the first half, Kennar Eye Care is here to make sure you can see what you're looking at. Kennar Eye Care, with locations in Pittsburgh and Girard, is here to help their valued customers. Learn more at KennarEyeCare.com. Well, let's take a look at some of these halftime stats brought to you by B&B Excavating. The numbers don't lie, dirt's heavy, so trust the guys at B&B Excavating to move what needs moving. Specializing in septic systems, water line install and repair, driveways, rock hauling, leveling, all the things you don't want to do. B&B Excavating. Call 620-724-2735. First off for the Riverton Rams, kind of an offensive first half to forget. Aiden Witherspoon, 5 carries, 4 yards. Noah Parker, 4 carries, 9 yards. And then Cale Forbes, 6 of 7 passing for just 28 yards, no touchdowns, 2 interceptions in that first half. So the Trojan defense doing their job. For Girard offensively, Aiden Ashbacher, 5 carries for 70 yards. That's a pretty good average and a touchdown. Junior Love, 5 carries, 45 yards, a respectable average, and a touchdown for him as well. Ben Cullen, 5 carries, 41 yards. He's 1 of 2 passing for 3 yards on the night, but when you're getting this kind of production out of your running game, Jess, no need to pass.
No reason to Put it in the air.
Yeah, to quote old Coach Larry Garman, the Pittsburgh legend, three things can happen when you pass, and two of them are bad.
Two of them are bad.
And Riverton kind of demonstrated that in the first half. The Trojans get some major production with their ground game, and that's where we stand here at the half, 15-0. Trojans, as the teams take the field to start warming up for the second half. We'll take another break. When we come back, more of the GN Bank halftime show as we get closer to the second half of tonight's matchup between the Trojans and the Riverton Rams. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Call service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, well, outstanding in their field. Coles carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Coles continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Coles Service, 620-724-4121. See more at ColesServiceLLC.com.
Our whole vision of becoming the four-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. At the break, the Trojans lead at 15-0 over the Riverton Rams. Trojans looking for their first win of the season, well on their way, as this first half kind of captured some of the energy they had in the second half last week against the Colgan Panthers. And Jess, if you're Girard, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess.
Oh, I agree. The only thing that maybe has me a little worried is both these two teams last week were second half teams. Pretty sure Coach Weaver told me before the game that they didn't score the first half against Baxter and come out and put 31 on Baxter in the second half. So the Trojans can't think you got to play all four quarters. You got to play both halves of this ball game to come out of here. But if they just keep pounding the rock like they have been, Riverton doesn't seem to have an answer for that.
Yeah, it really shortens the game when you can do that sort of thing and limit the amount of times your opponent gets to touch the ball offensively. And the Trojans will have an opportunity to keep right on pounding as they'll receive this opening kick. And there was an unsportsmanlike penalty on the Trojan sideline after an interception to end the first half, and they were going to assess it on the kick. So I imagine Riverton will be kicking from about, probably about the 45-yard line. So the Trojans will, I know they'll hope to touch it back and maybe start from their own 20, but they'll need a good return here if not. And we'll see if they talked about that a little bit in the locker room, because you knew that was the first thing you were going to face here in this third quarter. Again, the Trojan defense only allowing a few first downs, forcing 2 turnovers, both interceptions of Cale Forbes in that first half. And one of them at their own 10-yard line to cut off Riverton's best-looking drive of the night. But they were in a third and long situation and just kind of threw one up. And the Trojans, Scott Moore did a great job at high pointing it, coming down with that interception at the Trojan 10. And then the Trojans drove it 90 yards down the field and capped it off with a Junior Love 4-yard touchdown run. Oh, yeah, they're kicking from the Girard 45, Jess.
Yeah.
A stiff penalty for that unsportsmanlike conduct on the sideline.
And the winds died down just a little bit, so see if that's a factor.
Scott Moore and Aiden Ashbacher back to receive the kick. Aiden Witherspoon will put a boot on it for Riverton. And we're underway here in the second half.
And Riverton was way offside.
Yeah.
Like 5 yards.
Between you and me, I think the NFL ruined kickoffs. I much prefer this. I mean, why even have a kickoff if you're going to do it the way they're doing it? It's
I have not grown used to it yet, I'll tell you that.
I don't like it. I'm like an old man. I don't like it, but I don't like it.
Get off my grass.
Yeah. Leave the kickoff alone.
Safety, I understand grown men running full speed.
Yeah, it's football. You know.
But it is football.
It's called football.
And they're getting paid millions to do it.
And they're wearing body armor.
All right, try this again.
Now Riverton will kick off from midfield. So the Trojans still in position to likely get a touchback as Witherspoon lines up again, and we'll see if his coverage team is a little less eager this time. Now we're underway. And that one's going to go out the back of the end zone. The Trojans will take the touchback and take over their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
So just to mirror what we talked about just a few moments ago, Josh, if it's not fixed, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
There it is.
Yep. And just continue to punch the ball, take the time off the clock, and if you can score one or two more times, then that's just extra pudding on your plate.
Just looking at me, you can tell I like pudding. 1st and 10, Trojans from the 20, flags before the snap, and this one's going to back them up by the looks of it.
Watch this Trojan offense for how long we've been doing this, Josh, 5-6 years now, and I'll just tell you that they're real close to that call every time. Girard runs quite a bit of motion, and it just, man, they're within a heartbeat of being two guys moving a lot.
Now they'll hand it off straight ahead on 1st and 15. They'll pick up a yard or two there. It'll set up a 2nd and very long from about the 18-yard line.
Gilmore with the carry, like you say, just off the left side that time. Not much going on.
Sets up a 2nd down and 12, a long 12 from about the 18. They'll go straight ahead again. Very conservative play calling here by the Trojans. And it'll bring up a 3rd down and 11 after the gain of 1 on the play, and I think that was Gilmore again.
Yeah, and I don't want to put words in people's mouths, but being on the sideline last week has let me know that some of those plays are young quarterback Cullen's reads right there, and he's either giving that or taking it to the outside.
Cullen in the pistol again. Now he's going to roll far side looking to pass, and there's flags, and they blow it dead. And illegal procedure once again against the Trojans.
Not a good way to come out of the locker room. Need to clean this up right here. Whole nother half to play.
Sets up a 3rd down and 16 from the Trojan 14-yard line. 3 wide in this set. Gannon Clark to the near side. Moore is the receiver on the far side. They're going to throw it up for Scott. He makes the catch, gets his feet down, inbounds, and they're going to mark him out at about the 28. It'll be shy of a first down.
Well, they're calling it incomplete.
Calling it incomplete. And maybe he didn't get his feet down in bounds. And it'll bring up 4th down and long for the Trojans, a punting situation.
Nonetheless, sideline maybe forced him out, but it was a good-looking play. Colin rolled out, had time, completed the pass. Oh.
Bad snap out the back of the end zone, and that's going to be a safety. And Riverton gets its first points from a little charity from the Trojans.
Yeah, but nothing looked right from the Trojans since they come back out of the locker room right there.
Not a darn thing looked good on that drive. And
we will give the ball right back to Riverton.
Yep, free kick now from the Trojans. They lead it 15-2. .25 to play in the third quarter, and the Trojans' offense goes into reverse all the way out the back of their own end zone. And now they're going to have the free kick here and give the ball back to Riverton. The Rams will have pretty good field position, barring disaster for them. Now, if you're the Trojans here, Jess, it's important to keep your head up, keep your head in the game, don't get frustrated.
Yeah, of course.
Some negative things have happened for you, probably for the first time tonight.
Yep, don't.
And Riverton, a second-half team, according to their coach, and this is not the start you want against a second-half team if you're Girard.
Yep. Analogy of the snowball, you stop it on top of the mountain, it stays pretty small, you let it get to the bottom, and it's really hard to stop.
End-over-end kick, it's short. It's going to be fielded at about the 42 by Witherspoon, and he's wrapped up and dropped, but not till he gets into Trojan territory to about the 48. So excellent field position for Riverton at the Trojan 48.
Yep, going to be a big chance here for the Trojan defense, see if they can come out of the locker room better than the offense did and get a stop right here and get this ball back for the Trojans.
See if Riverton's made any offensive adjustments. They're coming out 4 wide. They got Forbes up under center. They'll put a man in motion. Now hand straight ahead. And the Trojans do a pretty good job of wrapping that one up. Scott Moore is there along with Gannon Clark to make the tackle. And the ball carrier was Cody Wagner.
Yeah, that's just kind of one-on-one there. Riverton tries to go off tackle over big number 74, Jaden McGuire, and Trojan linebacker Scott Moore and Blake Brocrob just stopped him for minimal gain.
2nd and 7 for Riverton from the Trojan 45. Again, 4 wide in this set. Wagner, the lone back in the backfield. And he'll get it going straight ahead. And I think the misdirection in the backfield might have thrown the Trojan defensive front off a little bit as they got caught watching Witherspoon. And Wagner went straight ahead, and he'll have a first down for Riverton at the Trojan 36.
Yeah, same play, different result that time. Trojan defense wasn't quite ready for the hard hit as Wagner hits that hole fast.
Gain of 9 for Wagner. One of the best runs of the night for Riverton. They'll stay with this 4 wide set. Forbes under center, Wagner in the backfield behind him. They'll put a man in motion again, straight ahead with Wagner, and this time he runs through an arm tackle, and he'll get about 5 yards there on first down.
Yep, Zach Benzo right there was just inches away from stopping him for no gain, but kudos to the Riverton Ram running back for blasting on up there for 5 more yards.
2nd and 5 from the 31 for Riverton. Trojans leading at 15-2. 8:40 to play in the third quarter. They'll stay with this 4 wide formation with Forbes up under center. Witherspoon across again ahead to Wagner, and the Trojans just have not stopped this one yet. And there's another first down for Riverton. It looks like they've found something, Jess.
Yeah, it looks like they've run the same play 4 or 5 times in a row right here, and they've run it just different directions, but it's the exact same play coming out of the exact same formation.
That one went for 10 yards. So they've gotten 9, 5, and 10 yards on that play 3 times in a row. Again, 4 wide. Wagner in the backfield. They hand it to Wagner again. The Trojans this time bottle him up for a short gain of 1 on the play up to the 20-yard line.
DeBrava that time off his DN spot was able to get rid of his blocker and step into the hole. So you go to the well too many times, sometimes you come back and it's dry.
Second and 9 now from the Trojan 20. So we tick down to 7.5 to play third quarter. Riverton sticking with this 4 wide set. Same formation every play this quarter. Forbes back to pass. Rolling near side, looking downfield. Being pressured, he'll lob one up, and it's caught. Touchdown for Riverton. It's Aiden Witherspoon on the catch. And Riverton right back in this one as they're within 7 of the Trojans pending the extra point.
Yeah, Trojans defense forced the quarterback to throw it, but
just did not look as aggressive on that possession, almost like they thought they had him.
Yeah, and Witherspoon, quite the athlete out there for Riverton, was able to gain some separation in the corner of that end zone for the touchdown. And they're going for 2 right here, Josh.
Yep. Forbes back to pass, has a man. The catch is no good. Witherspoon out of bounds, juggled it, couldn't haul it in, and the Trojan defense holds on the 2-point conversion. And Girard leads at 15-8. We'll step away for a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com.
After the Trojan offense goes in reverse, gives up a safety on a bad snap on a punt, Riverton's offense goes 48 yards in 6 plays, capped off by a 20-yard touchdown pass from Cale Forbes to Aiden Witherspoon to cut the Trojan lead to 7. Now Girard going to get it back here as Riverton's set to kick it away, and they'll hope that the Trojan offense can get things back together, put together a drive here in this third quarter. Like you said, Jess, they just haven't looked the same since coming out of that locker room. Witherspoon set to kick it away. A low end-over-end knuckler, and it's going to end up in the hands of Ashbacher. Cuts it outside, makes a man miss, spins off a 1 and brought down at about the 25-yard line. There is a Riverton Ram down on the play. Slow to get up. And the Trojans will take over 1st and 10 at, let's call it, their 26-yard line.
Yeah, their offense is going to have to rekindle the flame they had in that first half, and they went on some 90-yard and an 86-yard drive. And just their quarterback change here, Salmons is going to come in and play quarterback.
Salmons lines up in the pistol. They got a tight formation. Only wide receiver to the near side is Gannon Clark. They'll put a man in motion. It's Ashbacher. Here's the snap. Handoff straight ahead to Junior Love. And he's stood up and brought down, but not before crossing the 30 to about the 31-yard line. It'll call it a gain of 6 on the play. It'll set up a 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, That time they just a little bit more energy out of that front five of the Trojans and push Riverton back a little bit and let Love pick and choose his way through there for a nice gain.
Gain 5 brings up second down 5.
We'll call it a gain of 5 officially on the play. It'll bring up a second down and 5. Same formation here for the Trojans. Love in the backfield behind Salmons. Back to pass, looking. Now he'll throw it over the middle to Gannon Clark, who bobbled it but brings it in. And he's brought down at about the 36-yard line. It'll be close to a first down. It'll set up a third down and short for the Trojans.
Yeah, good hands there by Gannon Clark. It tried to bounce out, but he was with Ram defenders hanging all over him. He secured the catch and just short of the first down here.
Call it a gain of 4 on the play. Sets up third down and 1. And ahead with Junior Love, and he's got room to run out near midfield and finally drugged down in Riverton territory at about the 49.
Yeah, but that's the Trojan offense that we saw in the first half there. They're just explosive through the hole and just gashing that Riverton defense for big gains.
Gain of 21 on the play for Junior Love. Sets up a first down and 10 for the Trojans inside Riverton territory.
Now Colin's back in.
Colin hands to straight ahead to Love, fights through an arm tackle, and now he's driven back. And his forward progress is going to be stopped at about the 44-yard line, but a good gain again on first down for the Trojans. Call it a gain of 5 for Love.
Yeah, good hard run there, good read. And like I talked about earlier, you could see Colin put that in the belly of Love and just reading what those defenders are doing and going ahead and let him have it. And Love exploded through that line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5 now from the Riverton 44. Cullen keeps, finds a gap, finds another gap, makes a man miss, runs through Witherspoon's arm, tackle across the 20, and finally brought down at the Riverton 15.
Yeah, good read there by Ben Cullen that time. Riverton tried to keep their outside contained, kept on the pitch man, so Cullen just cuts it inside and gashes that Ram defense for a big gain.
Call it a gain of 29 on the play for Ben Cullen. 1st and 10 Trojans at the Riverton 15. Put a man in motion as Ashbacher. He'll get to the pitch to the outside, looking for the corner. Fights off his own man and runs through a shirt tackle and keeps fighting ahead. Ashbacher should have been down about 3 times there, but he keeps fighting through tackles. And that's going to be a gain of about 9, I think, by the time they mark it off. We'll see, as a lot of traffic over there on that far side of the field. I need some binoculars, Jess.
All I know is I wish I could see the number that Rams defender is getting blocked by Levi Blair. Still had a free arm to grab Ashbacher by the jersey and spin him around. It was quite a play over there by Riverton.
Call it a gain of 8 on the play by Ashbacher. He should have been down after about 2, but he kept fighting. As Cullen runs the play in from the sideline, the Trojans looking at a 2nd down and short inside the 10. They need to reach the 6 for a first down. They have it at the 8. Cullen's going to keep
in
and all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Yeah, good read. Ben got real skinny right there, just kept it and turned his body sideways to get between 2 Ram defenders and into the end zone. Give him 6.
Trojans going to attempt the point after. Holland in the game. 4:06 to play, 3rd quarter. The Trojans get a much-needed touchdown drive off of that possession. Good snap, hold is down, kick is up, and it's no good. So with 4:06 left to play, 3rd quarter, Trojans lead at 21-8. We'll step away for a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports Live.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with the Jay Hatfield Auto Group. We've been serving the 4 states area for over 29 years, and we now have 6 locations which offer Chevrolet, GMC, Ford, and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Each of our locations is operated by a J. Hatfield family member or managing partner. At J. Hatfield, we're here to earn your business and trust. We have approximately 300 pre-owned and 300 new vehicles in stock or on their way, and we're making deals. Come see us at J. Hatfield location today and let us make you part of the J. Hatfield family.
After a rough start to the third quarter, which saw the Trojan offense go in reverse, give up a safety, and then the defense gave up a 48-yard drive for a touchdown to bring Riverton within a score, the Trojan offense answers back, going 74 yards in 7 plays, capped off by a 7-yard touchdown run by Ben Cullen. Witherspoon with the catch coming near side, and he doesn't have any blockers in front of him. The Trojans wrap him up and finally stop his progress and bring him down at about the 28-yard line.
Had Trojan special teams, they're able to stay in their lanes and make the Ram defender, ball carrier, turn and go back against the grain, and the red shirts was just too many.
Well, Jess, you called it. You said the Trojans need another long drive. They go 74 yards in 7 plays. They take 3 minutes and 7 seconds off the clock. 3 minutes, 1 second off the clock. Under 4 minutes now in this third quarter. The Trojans back up by a couple of scores. And the pressure back on this Riverton offense.
And they're back in that same formation.
4 wide. Forbes up under center. They'll put a man in motion. The handoff straight ahead once again. And the Trojans stop this one after a gain of about 4. And this is really kind of testing the eyes of the linebackers just to tell who's got the ball and where the hole's going to open up.
Yeah, Brokaw right there read it right and made contact in the hole. Riverton defender or ball carrier is able to fall forward and for a positive gain.
Call it a gain of 5 on the play. Second down at about 5 from the 33-yard line. Forbes under center again. Same motion this time, and they give it to the end around this time. And that's Jesse Wagner, the junior running back, who ended up with it. And he's going to be short of a first down by less than a yard. It'll bring it up to about the 37, 38-yard line. And they'll set up a 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, it's the first time they'd give it to the motion guy, but you knew they was setting that play up this whole time. So good job by the Trojan defense to read it. They need to stiffen up right here and see if they can't get a good 3rd and short stop.
Call it at the 37, I guess. 3rd down and real short. And Forbes just going to keep it himself, and a good hole opened up for him, and he gained about 5 yards just on the quarterback keep.
Yeah, it's almost, I don't know, maybe the rest of the Rams' offensive line never moved. They just kind of snapped him the ball, and he went forward. Maybe it was a quiet count, something, but caught the Trojans off guard right there a little bit.
1st and 10 for the Rams from their own 42-yard line, as they really need to put a drive together here to stay in this game. 2:15 and ticking in the third quarter. Trojans leading it 21-8. Again, they stay with this 4 wide receiver set. Lone back in the backfield. Forbes up under center. In motion goes the back, and then they'll go straight ahead once again. Trojans stop it after a gain of about 2 this time.
Yep, getting better.
And that was Wagner on the carry again. Sorry, Jess.
Yep, they're getting better, starting to get their keys and their reads a little better, or the off defensive linemen for the Trojans, along with the linebackers. There again, Aaron DeBravo on that right side DN was able to get off his block and make a tackle.
2nd down and 8 now from the 44 of Riverton. Same formation. They've found something in this they like, and they've gotten some production out of it. Trojans are going to have to figure it out. Witherspoon in motion. Now back to pass is Forbes. Not a lot of pressure. He's got some time and has a man. The catch made. And the tackle missed, and off to the races to the touchdown goes Tyler Reitz.
Yeah, he was wide open, and the Trojans late getting to the coverage, and then unable 3 defenders to take him down, so he just streaks down there for a touchdown, and Riverton answers fast.
56-yard connection from Forbes to Reitz. Cuts the lead back down to 1 score. Let's see. It looks like Riverton's going to go for 2 here again, Jess. And it was open last time. Witherspoon just couldn't quite make the catch as he juggled it all the way out of bounds. A little bit different formation with Witherspoon lined up at the tailback position. Wagner at the fullback spot. Forbes up under center. And a bad pitch. Witherspoon can't handle it. And again, Riverton can't execute the 2-point conversion. And Witherspoon still down on the field as he fell on that ball. And then the defender on that play, that was Blake Brocobb, landed on top of him with the ball under him. And as you know, that can knock the wind out of you pretty good.
Pretty fast.
And it looks like Witherspoon is going to be okay. He's making his way off under his own power, but you can tell he's felt better.
He like a deep breath about right now.
So, 1:08 left to play, third quarter. Trojans lead at 21-14, and it's a ball game. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Judd, Lori, Lisa, or Amber in Girard for all your insurance needs.
Well, Trojans score to take a 21-8 lead. Then Riverton answers back with a 5-play, 72-yard drive. Took 2:52 off the clock. Capped off by a 56-yard touchdown pass from Cale Forbes to Tyler Reitz. And Riverton can't execute the 2-point conversion, and the Trojans lead it 21-14. How big is that safety, Jess? And the kickoff out of bounds. It was looked like a onside kick attempt that just line drived straight out of bounds.
It never did bounce. I don't know if they was trying for an onside kick or kicker just missed.
I think it had to be, and that's the way it was angled towards the sideline. I'm going to go ahead and call it an attempted onside kick.
Failed.
Goes out of bounds, and the Trojans will take over at their own 35, first down and 10.
So Cullen's going to be back under center again. Executed a good drive last time.
Cullen will line up in the pistol. Junior Love in the backfield behind him. Gannon Clark, the lone wide receiver, to the near side. They'll put Ashbacher in motion. Handoff straight ahead to Love. He's got room to work. And he cooks his way out across midfield to the Riverton 48-yard line. I think they might mark him down at the 49. But a lot of room to work there for Junior Love.
Yeah, the blockers for the Trojan were out there looking for somebody to block as Junior Love's trying to push him forward. Just go get somebody. Get a hat on a hat. Junior Love's looking really good as he sprints off the field right there.
Call it a gain of 16 on the play as Love gets to catch his breath on the sideline. Trojans bring in Mason Gilmore as the back in the backfield behind Ben Cullen. Ashbacher in motion. Here's the snap, and it'll go straight ahead to Gilmore. And there's a flag on the play. We'll see what that's all about. And they're going to get a personal foul face mask against Riverton.
Yep. I didn't see it happen, but that back ref was adamant about throwing his flag up there.
Emphatic throw of the flag.
Good arm by the ref.
You got it, Jess, you know.
Yeah. Big play there. Turnaround for the Trojans. Big momentum. First time maybe we've had 4 or 5 of those penalties against us to help the Riverton Rams out in the first half. It didn't end up helping them in the scoreboard.
When it comes to penalties, I'm like Pavlov's dog. I just think they're against us every time that flag flies. 25 seconds and counting on the clock. Trojans 1st and 10 at the Riverton 30. Cullen going to keep it himself, cuts up inside, takes some contact, still fighting forward, and he's going to get some help from his teammates as they push him across the 25 to about the 24.
Yep, been running hard there at the ball right there. Took 4 or 5 hits, took a whole passel of Rams to get him down. This Trojan offense looks like it's running on pretty good all cylinders.
And the third quarter comes to an end. Trojans leading it by 7, 21-14 over the Riverton Rams. We'll step away for a quick break, and we'll be back with your fourth quarter action from here at Frank Jameson Field. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
When it comes to your health care, you have a choice. Choose to stay local. Choose Girard Medical Center. For over 100 years, Girard Medical Center has been a part of the community, and they work every day to meet the health care needs of those they serve. With 6 locations in southeast Kansas and an ever-expanding list of inpatient and outpatient services, you just don't have to travel anymore to get quality cutting-edge care, including many services you won't find elsewhere. Proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area. Learn more at girardmedicalcenter.com.
Getting set for the fourth quarter. Trojans lead at 21-14. They have it 2nd down and 3 at the Riverton 24. Cullen back to pass, has a man. The catch is made by Levi Blair at the 15, makes a man miss at the 5, gets stood up inside the 5 and spun down at about the 3-yard line where the Trojans will have it 1st and goal.
Yeah, what a good route run there by Levi Blair. And young Cullen to find him, but good protection there by the Trojan line to give him all the time he needed to complete the pass.
They mark him down at the 4. It'll be 1st down and goal for the Trojans from that spot. As the clock is running. Snap to Cullen. He's going to lean forward, and he'll have the touchdown, and the Trojans get some breathing room. They lead at 27-14. After the 4-yard touchdown run by Ben Cullen.
And there again, they just run behind big right tackle Aaron DeBrava and just allow Cullen to pick a hole. And when he got stood up at the goal line, he just knew to lean forward, cross the plane, give Trojans another 6.
They're going to go for 2
Yeah,
here.
looks like Trojans are lining up to go for 2.
Cullen runs the play in. I guess I'll stop writing and start watching the game, Jess. Gilmore the back in the backfield behind Cullen. Clark the lone wide receiver. Cullen's just going to keep it himself, and he easily scores standing up and takes a hit late in the end zone, and a flag flies.
Same play, different side. This time they run it off the left side. Yep, and they're going to get a unsportsman play on Riverton, assessed on a kickoff.
Well, that caps a 5-play, 65-yard touchdown drive, capped off by that 4-yard touchdown run by Ben Cullen. And the 2-point conversion is good. Trojans lead at 29-14. We'll take a quick 30-second break, and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports Live.
Are you tired of waiting for your internet to load at a snail's pace? Or feeling like your connection is slower than a sloth's morning routine? Maybe your current internet feels as speedy as a sunbathing turtle. Well, say goodbye to the slow lane and welcome to Crawcan Fiber Optic Internet, where we leave the slow movers in the dust. You'll zoom through the web faster than Sharky being swarmed by his adoring fans. Crawcan Fiber Optic Internet, because life's too short to wait for slow connections.
11.5 to play in the ball game. Trojans lead at 29-14, and due to a personal foul penalty on the two-point conversion, the Trojans this time will be kicking off from the Riverton 45. And a high end-over-end kick, and they're going to field it right at the goal line is Witherspoon, and he's wrapped up and brought down at the 10-yard line. Great open field tackle. I believe that was Mason Gilmore, and it was. And that's going to pin Riverton back deep to start this drive.
Yeah, just what the Trojans needed after they extend their lead on a great drive by the offense, that the special teams come out and shut the Riverton Rams down.
I got to wait for the chain gang to get in position. There's a lot of blue and white over there standing on the chain right now. And the officials, anytime now, guys.
I've got a penalty, face mask against the Trojans. Didn't see the flag.
Didn't see the flag. Well, that'll erase that great field position for the Trojan defense, but still, because that penalty happened inside the 10-yard line, Riverton's still going to have a good amount of yardage to cover to reach the end zone. We'll see where they step this one off to. There's a lot of sign language going on between the officials and the Riverton sideline. Now they're going to march it out to about the 21, so it's almost like a touchback.
Yep. So see if this Trojan defense can't make a stand here and try to get a stop like they was the whole first half.
Riverton comes out in that full house backfield look with Forbes in the gun. Here's the snap, fakes the handoff. They're going to run option near side. Trojans have bodies there, but Witherspoon makes a good cut. Oh, that wasn't Witherspoon. Who was that? Trojans close it down quickly. That was Jesse Wagner on the run. And I'll call it a gain of 2 on the play.
Trojans did a good job of reading that option play, but they just need a finish. They had them stop for a loss.
Brings up a 2nd down and 8 from the 23. Forbes under center this time. And they'll go straight ahead. And I want to say that was Wagner again. It's hard to tell. Yeah, that was Cody Wagner that time. There's a Jesse and a Cody. Jesse's the junior, Cody's a senior, and that was Cody on that carry.
Yeah, but Zeb Poland's in playing linebacker. He not only can kick and punt, he can play a little linebacker too, and he comes shooting in there.
You're saying he kicks butt too,
That's
Jess.
right.
All right.
Shooting in there to make a good stop.
Sets up a 3rd down and about 5 from the 27-yard line. Forbes rolling far side, being pressured. Now he's going to throw that ball, tipped up in the air and incomplete. And it'll bring up 4th down, a punting situation for Riverton, and that Trojan defense gets the stop.
Yeah, great job there. 2 things. Trojan D-line got a lot of pressure on the quarterback, made him change his angle of the way he wanted to throw the ball, and the Trojan defender in great position to tip that ball up and not allow Riverton to catch it.
So into punt is Aiden Witherspoon. Run some coverage guys on the field for Riverton as the play clock now down under 10 seconds. They may have to burn a timeout. They can't get their business taken care of here in the next 4, 3, and they do take the timeout. So little discombobulation on the punt team for Riverton forces the timeout. We'll take one as well. 9:55 to play in the ball game. Trojans leading at 29-14. They'll get the ball back on the other side of this break. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Whether you're trying to make the most of the next harvest, navigating a changing business landscape, or planning for the next chapter in your life, the professionals at Prime Accounting Solutions are here to help. With 10 locations, Prime Accounting offers convenient, friendly accounting and tax services at a fair price. Payroll, bookkeeping, business planning, personal tax filing, and more. And now Prime is the place to go for insurance. Trojan fans can find us at 408B North Grand in Pittsburgh or call 620-232-7305. To find a location near you, go to primeaccounting.net.
Witherspoon set to punt it away here for Riverton. 9:55 to play, fourth quarter. There's the snap. It's a good one. The punt is away, a low knuckler. It's going to take a Riverton bounce at about the 45, roll inside the 35, and it's going to end up statistically looking like a good punt for Witherspoon. But if you saw it in live action, it wasn't the prettiest thing, but good field position here. Good distance on that punt, excuse me.
Yeah.
The Trojans will take over first down and 10 at their own 28, by the looks of it.
Well, Josh, not everything that's handy's got to be pretty, I'm just telling you.
I mean, we know that from experience, right? Call it the 27.
So make sure this Trojan offense looks like Salmons is coming out to run quarterback.
Ends up being about a 45-yard punt. Salmons will take the snap, hands off straight ahead. Junior Love on the carry, gets tripped up, and finally comes down at about the 34-yard line, and that's a good gain of about 7 on first down for Love.
Yep, nothing special there. Just give it to the front man, the first man through, and run behind that big offensive line and gain a 7.
2nd and 3 from the Trojan 34. Salmons brings the play in from the sideline. Zach Pinckney, the lone wide receiver out there on the far side. Junior. And speaking of Junior, handoff to Junior Love straight ahead. He's got room across midfield. It's a foot race. The 40, the 35, 20, 15. He's brought down from behind. Inside the 15 and call it the 12-yard line. Big run by Junior Love and a big hole in the middle to bust it through, and there's a flag back behind the play at about the Riverton 33-yard line, and time for Pavlov's dog here, Jess.
Yep. Well, they're going to wave it off, it looks like.
They wave it off, all right.
Yeah, Junior here just exploded through that hole, and it took Witherspoon from Riverton to chase him down and jump on his back from behind, but what a big run for the Trojans.
Call it a gain of 32 on the play. I'm going to redo the math on that here in just a minute, and probably wrong. I got to take my shoes off. Hold on a minute.
That's why I wear Crocs.
1st and 10 for the Trojans from the 12. Salmons in the pistol. Gilmore in the backfield behind him as Junior Love gets a chance to catch his breath over on the Trojan sideline after that big run. They put Ashbacher in motion. Salmons will keep it himself up the middle, and he's going to get inside the 10 to about the 9. Call it a gain of about a 3, 2.
I'd call it 2. It's kind of a slow developing play right there. Salmons just turned it into these and run behind his big offensive guard right there. And
sets up a 2nd down and 8 for Girard. Love is back in the game at the tailback spot behind Salmons. Lone wide receiver is Gannon Clark off to the far side. Here's the snap. Handoff straight ahead to Love, and Riverton right there to meet him. 3 Riverton defenders right there. That was Gavin Boyce, Brock Ross, and maybe a couple others there for Riverton to make that stop. And it sets up a 3rd down and 8 for the Trojans. No gain on the play.
Yeah, I think what I saw right there, Josh, Riverton kind of run some sort of a stunt and brought a couple linebackers in, and Trojan offensive linemen got a little confused on which hat to put their hat on and allowed the Riverton Rams to blow that play up.
Same formation here for the Trojans as they'll put Ashbacher in motion. And a fumble and mishandled. Riverton comes up with it. Just not a good looking option that time from Siler Salmons, and it results in a turnover for Riverton as the fumble was recovered by Slate Wells. The sophomore linebacker comes up with it. He takes off running, and now we have an injured Ram down on the field at the 30-yard line. And I think that may be Witherspoon. It is. See the sportsmanship from both teams as they're all taking a knee here, and we'll take a break as well, and we'll see. Hope Witherspoon able to get up and get off on his own power. 7 minutes left to play here in the fourth quarter. Trojans lead at 29-14. They just turned it over. Riverton will have the ball first and 10 at their own 26 when we come back on the other side. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Chicken Annie's of Girard is something to crow about. Their family-style restaurant continues a Southeast Kansas tradition with their specialty, fried chicken, plus famous homemade onion rings, chicken and noodles, and so much more. And of course, their delicious homemade pies. Dine in or carry out available. Chicken Annie's of Girard has the best value, flavor, and service in the area. Stop in soon or call for catering. 620-724-4090.
Communicating with current and potential customers is a must in the world of business. Advertising is nothing more than communication and an invitation. Look no further than Norris Advertising, offering a wide variety of services from billboards, radio across the 4 states, and digital ad services like ZTV, YouTube, geofencing, streaming, and more beyond the local view. Looking to upgrade your storefront? Norris Advertising is your go-to for local digital sign sales. Norris Advertising. Get your ads to work.
Our whole vision of becoming the 4-state agency was because we want to be able to grow with our clients, whether they have a lake house in Oklahoma, whether they're starting a business and expanding into Arkansas. We want to make sure that they're taken care of, whether it's home, auto, financial services, or even life insurance. We want to walk through the stages of life with our clients. That's the biggest part. That's what makes us different.
Hello, 4 States. This is Jay Hatfield with Jay Hatfield Motorsports. We've been serving the 4 States area with motorcycles, ATVs, and side-by-sides, plus offering you parts and service since 2005. We have 2 convenient locations, Pittsburgh and Joplin, selling quality brands such as Polaris, Kawasaki, Yamaha, Can-Am, and Suzuki. Jay Hatfield has a huge inventory available for immediate delivery. We offer financing options and an extensive selection of accessories. Most important, we're making deals. Come in and get your fun started today at Jay Hatfield Motorsports in Pittsburgh or Joplin.
Tries to make something out of nothing. The Trojans all over him. It's going to be a big loss on the play.
A Trojan sack means $1 short stacks at Eastside Cafe. Kick off your day with a hearty breakfast or take that midday break at Eastside Cafe. And this fall, when the Trojans get a sack, you get $1 short stacks the next day. Eastside Cafe, a favorite of the 4 States winner. Go Trojans from Eastside Cafe.
Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com. When it comes to your healthcare, you have a choice. Choose to stay local. Choose Girard Medical Center. For over 100 years, Girard Medical Center has been a part of the community, and they work every day to meet the healthcare needs of those they serve. With 6 locations in southeast Kansas and an ever-expanding list of inpatient and outpatient services, you just don't have to travel anymore to get quality cutting-edge care, including many services you won't find elsewhere. Proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area. Learn more at girardmedicalcenter.com.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Missing that human touch with your bank? Come talk to a real person at Community National Bank and Trust. We're your local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to offer the best products. Community National Bank and Trust. Federally insured, locally awesome. Member FDIC.
From the phone call to the service call, Roto-Rooter is there with fast and reliable sewer and drain service. From repair and replacement to septic and grease trap pumping, Roto-Rooter is here for you. With video inspections, Roto-Rooter can identify the exact issue to get the repair done quickly and correctly. Complete sewer line repairs or replacements, Roto-Rooter has you covered. Serving Crawford, Bourbon, and Cherokee counties, Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. Selling equipment can be a hassle. Whether you're needing to replace an old tractor or you're finally getting to retire, the time and energy needed to clean, prep, promote, and sell seems daunting. That's why you need Tyler Jackman and Big Iron Auctions. From one piece to the whole farm, Big Iron Auctions can deliver your items to more than 750,000 registered bidders. Call Tyler Jackman at 620-404-8115 or learn more at BigIronAuctions.com. It's a bird.
It's a plane.
It's Chicken Annie's Girard. When you're facing a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Catering and carry out from Chicken Annie's Girard. When an onion ring craving is too much to bear, when the family's coming over and you weren't aware, it's Chicken Annie's Girard to the rescue. When there's 20, 30, 100 to feed, you need Chicken Annie's Girard indeed. A heroic value, superb flavor. When there's a chicken emergency, there's only one hero. Chicken Annie's Girard.
A little scary moment out on the field, but it's good to see Aiden Witherspoon as he gets back up on his feet, but he's having to be assisted off the field by a couple of Riverton coaches, and there's some off-duty nurses from Girard out there kind of taking a look at him right now.
Nurse practitioner and a doctor.
Yeah. And they're just kind of taking a look at him. I didn't see where he went down, and we were looking at it kind of on our footage, and it cut away just right as he went down, and I didn't see a big collision or anything. And that's what's kind of scary for the young man, is that normally if it happened from a hit or a collision, you would understand what was going on. But right now, just more questions than answers. But it's good to see Aiden Witherspoon up on his feet, and both of these teams kind of shaken by that. And their coaches trying to get them straightened back out. And now I hear the ambulance coming into the parking lot over there on the south side of the stadium. And Witherspoon going to get some medical attention, and rightly so, from the look of how concerned all the first responders and medical personnel were here about him. And we certainly wish him the best, and our thoughts are with him and his family right now as we hope that he's able to recover quickly from this and get back to a good year of school and a good year of football down there at Riverton. And gosh, we love the game of football, and we love the competition, and you want these kids to be out there and be aggressive and do the things that win you football games, but it is a dangerous game, and we all know that, and the athletes know it probably better than any of us. And you just hate to see kids get hurt. Simple as that. And we certainly hope all's going to work out well for Aiden Witherspoon. Still a bit of a crowd around him, and over there on the far side, and the EMTs are coming onto the track over there on the south side of the stadium. And they're going to check him out and do their thing. And now coaches and administrators are trying to figure out, and officials as well, are trying to figure out with how to move forward with the game from this point. 6:59 left on the clock here in the fourth quarter, but none of that seems to matter a whole hell of a lot right now. Coaches Philpott and Weaver out there talking to the officials and just trying to decide how best they want to get this one going again. And the team's trying to get each other fired up. It's hard to bounce back and get back to playing football after something like that, but both of these squads are going to have to get that done. Riverton with a big turnover off the fumble on the option play by Siler Salmons. The fumble recovered by Slate Wells, sophomore linebacker, and he took off up the field, and Witherspoon, something happened. He ended up going down. We're not entirely certain what. We don't have it on video, and I was watching the ball, so I didn't see it. Now players trying to get the crowd back in the game, because that just took all of the air out of this stadium, and now these teams coming together to talk to each other and, hey, let's finish this out and let's be safe. And you're on the opposite sides of the ball right now, Jess, but 20 years from now, these guys will look at each other like brothers because they were out here on the field together competing against each other, and they know that. You know that when you're that age and you're out on the field. And
yep. And
nobody wants anybody to get hurt.
Nobody wants to see anybody else get hurt. So, but as soon as they snap that ball, they're going to be bashing heads and running into one another full speed again here in just a few minutes. So
and they're high-fiving it up like a couple of boxers ready to step back into the ring, and that's what's going to happen right here. And, of course, our thoughts and attention, and a lot of people here in Girard are trying to make sure that Aiden Witherspoon is okay.
Yep. So here we go.
First down and 10, Riverton from their own 25-yard line. And a run up the middle, and we're back underway. Clock runs under 6 minutes, 50 seconds to play in this ball game.
And Riverton's going quick. Hurry up.
Second down and 9 now from the 26. A snap to Forbes, and there was some motion, and that's an illegal procedure against Riverton.
Yep, their right tackle, number 74, Jaden McGuire, just a little bit off sides as Riverton was trying to go no huddle and catch Trojans. They must have seen something they liked in that Trojan defensive scheme and wanted to just attack it. And they're running short time on a point deficit.
Yeah, they're down 2 scores, 6.5 and counting to play in the ball game. Now they're looking at a second down and 14 from their own 21. Forbes under center, 4 wide. This is the same formation they've been running on the Trojans, and this time they try to go end around on it. The Trojans are there to shut it down on the edge. Nowhere to go for Landon Livingston. And call it maybe a yard on the play, if that.
And again, Riverton's in a no-huddle type hurry up offense, but now as soon as I say that, they're going to back off the line and huddle. So
they got it out to their own 24, so that would have been a gain of 3 on the play. So call it a third down and a 12 maybe here?
13 on the scoreboard.
Okay. Well, I was right. I should not second-guess myself, Jess. They'll put a man in motion. Forbes with the snap, rolling near side, has a man deep, looking over the top, has him, and Newton managed to make the tackle And Tyler Reitz with another big reception for Riverton in a first down and 10 in Girard territory.
And then a flag at the end of the play as well. I don't know what the flag was about.
I don't know. I guess I'll stop writing until we figure it out. Face mask against the Trojans.
Must have been Newton on the tackle as well. Yeah, Newton needs to get his head around just a little quicker. He let that receiver run right by him.
Right by. So first down and 10 for Riverton from the Trojan 34. Now a quick pitch to the outside. Now he's going to do a halfback pass over the top, and it's broken up at the last second. Trent Onabene.
Broken up by number 1, Ogden.
How did I say that?
Ogunbini. Ogunbini is what they told me.
Ogunbini.
Yep.
Well, he got in there, got a hand on it, broke it up. Sets up a second down and 10 for Riverton from the Trojan 34.
There was a good-looking play by Riverton. Halfback pass. He had him open, just put a little too much air and let Ogunbini get back and to break it up.
Now they're going to run it. And this is Noah Parker with it. Makes a man miss, falls forward, and the Trojans again on the edge of that defense with some arm tackles, and Riverton able to run through them, but it's going to set up a third down and about 3.
As Riverton goes,
Riverton.
Yep, as Riverton's going quick again here.
Now Forbes back to pass, looking, going to scramble near side, throws it up, and it's incomplete. And it'll set up a fourth down and 4, and I bet they're going for it here, Jess, you would think.
Oh, I would think they have to, but credit Riverton Rams offensive line to
a lot of time.
Give him all the time in the world, but he needed that much time as the Trojan secondary had everybody covered. It's hard to cover people for that long, and the kudos to that secondary for the Trojans to stay on their man the whole time.
.5:17 to play. Trojans lead at 29-14 over the Riverton Rams. They're looking at a fourth down and 3 from the Trojan 28. This is your game right here, Jess. Riverton can't convert. Forbes with it, trying to run forward. I don't know. I don't think he's going to get it.
I don't think he got it.
Trojans stopped him short of the 25, and that's going to turn it over on downs.
Yeah, great job there by that Trojan defense to spread that down the line and not allow Riverton to get the yards necessary. So turnover on downs, and this Trojan can run about a 5-minute offensive drive right here and come out of here victorious.
Cullen back in at quarterback. 5:11 to play in the ball game. They're going to stick with this tight formation. Gannon Clark, the lone wide receiver, out to the far side. Love in the backfield behind Cullen. Love will get the handoff. He keeps the legs moving and churning, and he's out to about the 35-yard line, a gain of about 9 on first down.
And you always want to know why you have to do high knees at practice. Josh Lettner right there. Junior just gets in behind that pile and just keeps those legs turned and drives everybody forward for 9 yards.
Second down and 1 now for the Trojans from the 35. Clock ticks under 4:45 to play in the ball game. Trojans comfortably out in front by 2 scores. They just need a couple first downs to put this one to bed. Get me to Taco Bell.
I like Taco Bell.
After 10 o'clock, everybody likes Taco Bell, Jess. Straight ahead, Cullen. And that's going to be a first down for the Trojans out to about the 38.
Yep. Ben Cullen there, just there again, running off left, a right tackle, and 2 arms around that ball. and ball security and just try to run this clock all the way out.
4:15 to play and counting. Trojans could take their time offensively. You want to burn all that play clock off. You are up by 2 scores. It's not emergency time here if you end up having to punt, but you'd like to just finish with the ball in your hands, I think, if you're Ben Cullen. Handoff straight ahead to Mason Gilmore. Flag on the play comes flying in from the defensive backfield, and I believe that's going to be a hold against the Trojans.
I didn't see exactly who it was going to be on, but no, chop block. We hit somebody low while they was already engaged.
We always joke, Jess, that back in our day they just called that blocking.
It was taught.
Yeah.
But there again, safety of the player, safety of the game, evolution.
And now first and
forever
20.
25.
From about the 23-yard line. Quick pitch to the outside. Ashbacher has it. Around the corner, 30, 35. Still on his feet and finally brought down. But he's going to get most of that back on first down. And there's a late push by a Trojan after the whistle. And there's a flag, and it's going to go against Girard. And that's the sort of thing that kills you. Ashbacher just laid his body on the line out there on the far side. He's going to come off the field slightly dinged up. He had a great run to get you in a 2nd down and 3, and you got to push somebody after the whistle. And the Trojans are going to get backed up again. That one's a mental error.
Yep, got to keep your composure. Doesn't matter what they're saying or what they're doing. You always know the person who retaliates is the one that's always going to be the one with the flag.
That's going to set up a 2nd down and 30?
I don't think
28. 2nd down and 28. Or a 1st down and 28.
I think they're going to, it is 2nd down. Play counted,
28 from the 20-yard line. Cullen bringing the play in. And the Trojans not doing themselves any favor. It also stops the clock with 3:20 to play. Got to be careful with the ball here if you're Girard. Just run the ball, run the clock. Run the ball, run the clock. And they hand it off straight ahead. I believe that was Gilmore, and he's cut down after a short gain.
Yeah, if you remember back early, Riverton had a waste of timeout on a special teams to get their punt team out there. So as far as I can remember, Riverton's only down to 2 timeouts, so they can only stop the clock twice.
3rd down and 26 here for the Trojans as we're under 3 minutes to play. Clock ticks down under 2:50. Trojans can run another 10 seconds off the clock before they snap it. Cullen in the gun. Gilmore in the backfield next to him, 4 wide in this set. Scott Moore, the wide receiver, to the near side. And the Trojans will take a timeout. Stops the clock with 2:32 to play, and they want to get this one right as the offense comes over to straighten things out with Coach Philpott. We'll step away for a quick break. Trojans up by 2 scores, 2.5 left to play. Looking at a 3rd down and very long here when we come back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
Two and a half to play. Trojans comfortably out in front, 29-14 over the Riverton Rams. Trojans trying to improve to 1-1 on the season. You're going to love this, Jess. We're on the road next week at Baxter Springs. That means we'll be bringing you live coverage from the roof of the men's room at Baxter Springs. Have fun setting that one up, Daryl. And a run off to the near side for the Trojans, and that was Corbin Bowen. He had a big game last week against Colgan and really just not had a lot of opportunities here tonight, but he gets this one out across the 30 to the 31. It'll bring up 4th down and long for the Trojans in a punting situation.
Yeah, and right there, Bowen, shoestring tackle made by Riverton, or Bowen maybe bust that one for the whole length of the field right there. He's a little disappointed at himself, but just a sophomore running back for the Trojans. And we haven't talked about that much, Josh, this season. This is still a pretty young Trojan team.
Yep.
So future's still bright the next few years here. I know, of course, you're always, no matter how young you think you are, you'll always lose key seniors every year.
Yep.
But what a good future we have in this town with this Trojan football program.
Got a score update from that Colgan Frontenac game, and a little lopsided for that rivalry as Frontenac leading it 26-0 late in that game.
I think it's over.
That's the final?
Yeah, that's final.
Well, as good as Colgan felt coming out of here with a win last week, they're going to feel pretty bad on that short bus ride home from Frontenac tonight. And the Raiders riding high after that 26-0 win. They have wins over Galena and Colgan so far this season. Poland into punt. High, short punt. It's going to drop and take a Trojan bounce, and it's downed at the 30-yard line by Gannon Clark. And that's where Riverton will take over. 1st down and 10.
Ball spotted at the 31.
Yeah, good punt, good hang time to allow the Trojan defenders to get down there, and Riverton didn't have a chance to set up any type of return.
58-yard punt. Four wide, they got trips to the far side. Forbes in the pistol. Here's the snap, gonna quick pitch it over to Landon Livingston, and he's brought down after a gain of about 5 on 1st down, and the clock will now run down to 2 minutes left to play in the ball game. We'll call it a gain of, they keep moving that stick, we'll call it 6. And a pass to the near side. And that was Tyler Reitz on the reception, and he's brought down. It'll be enough for a 1st down for Riverton at the Rams 43.
Brokaw be able to come in and make the stop.
Now Forbes rolling far side, being pressured. He's going to have to throw on the run and just throws it away out of bounds. And now he may have stepped on somebody's foot or rolled his ankle. He was limping pretty hard at the end of that one, and he's been over in some pain over there on the Riverton sideline as he tries to play it off. And appears to be doing so as he comes back into the huddle. 1.5 minutes to play. Incompletion stops the clock. 2nd down and 10 from the Riverton 43.
A good job there again by the Trojan secondary to keep everybody manned up. See if they can't get a little more pressure and force a turnover here.
Back to pass, rolling far side. Go, and he's hit. The ball comes loose. And the fumble recovered by Gavin Boyce. And he's brought down at the, let's call it the 43-yard line, a gain of maybe 1 yard.
Come the clock's not running.
I don't know. Should be. And here's a shotgun snap to Forbes. Clock's running now. He's going to air one out deep. And it's picked off. The Trojans have another interception, their 3rd of the night. That's Corbin Bowen. And he brings it back to the 37-yard line. And the Trojans will have it there, and they can just kneel this one out and head home with a win.
Yep. Bowen just playing center field right there. Forbes had, throwing up a Hail Mary prayer. Trojans just played good defense here coming down the stretch, and they're going to come out of here with a big win. Victory formation.
Bowen just out there playing center field, and he saw that ball hang up in the air and is a little off the mark because Forbes was being pressured. He had just been hit and forced a fumble. And I don't know, does that count as a sack for us, Jess, as far as our Trojan sack short stack?
That is a sack.
All right. Well, I'll hope the folks at Eastside Cafe agree with us because when the Trojans get a sack, there's $1 short stacks at Eastside Cafe mañana. That means tomorrow, Yankees. And I'll be there. I like pancakes.
Yeah, I might have to go indulge myself.
Yeah, I'll take my shiniest dollar. Trojans in victory formation. And they're just going to kneel on this one.
That should be it.
And there's 12-second differential between play clock and game clock. That's hard to say.
Yep.
And this one's going to end in a Trojan victory. They'll take this one 29-14 over the Riverton Rams. They improved to 1-1 on the season. Riverton falls to 1-1. Trojans on the road next week at Baxter Springs. We'll have that one for you here from on Girard Sports Live from the roof of the men's restroom down there in Riverton. We're looking forward to climbing the ladder and all of that action next week down in Baxter. Riverton next week has Frontenac, I do believe. I'm groping for my sheet here. My information. Yep, next week on the road at Frontenac, so it doesn't get any easier for Riverton as Frontenac defeated Colgan tonight 26-0. So they're going to have a tough one coming up next week in Frontenac. Trojans down on the shores of the Neosho River, and we're hoping that there's not a lot of rain or a flood or mosquitoes or West Nile virus or any of that stuff. And we'll see you next week for that one. Let's go ahead and take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the Eastside Cafe post-game show. Get you some stats, an interview with Coach Philpott after his first win of the season, get you your players of the game, and more. All that coming up on the Eastside Cafe post-game show on the other side of the break. You're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports Live. Tries to make something out of nothing. The Trojans all over him. It's going to be a big loss on the play.
A Trojan sack means $1 short stacks at Eastside Cafe. Kick off your day with a hearty breakfast or take that midday break at Eastside Cafe. And this fall, when the Trojans get a sack, you get $1 short stacks the next day. Eastside Cafe, a favorite of the Four States winner. Go Trojans from Eastside Cafe.
Hello, Four States. This is Jay Hatfield with the Jay Hatfield Auto Group. We've been serving the Four States area for over 29 years, and we now have 6 locations which offer Chevrolet, GMC, Ford, and Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Each of our locations is operated by a Jay Hatfield family member or managing partner. At Jay Hatfield, we're here to earn your business and trust. We have approximately 300 pre-owned and 300 new vehicles in stock or on their way, and we're making deals. Come see us at Jay Hatfield location today and let us make you part of the Jay Hatfield family.
The first one here is a 2017 Ford Focus with only 21,000 miles. That one's not for sale though. I'm going to probably keep that one.
Hi, my name's Eddie.
2016 Chevy Malibu with only 13,000 miles, but I might hang on to that one too. So let me show you the next one. Ford F-150, but that one's going to stay with me too. So let's go down to the next one here.
Hi, I'm Eddie.
2017 F-150, so we have 3 of them. I could probably let that one go.
Hi, my name's Eddie.
2015 Ford Transit Cargo. I'm going to keep that one because I have to move here soon. But the rest of them, you're welcome to come out and look at. And I think you'd like a lot of them. We appreciate your business.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of Girard schools. For generations, Farmers Bank has worked with local leaders, businesses, and residents to help shape the future of Southeast Kansas. Farmers Bank is proud to have helped with the growth and development of the communities we serve. As partners in business and friends in life, Farmers Bank is looking forward to a brighter tomorrow. Farmers Bank, with locations in Hepler, Walnut, St. Paul, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Producers Cooperative Association is the area leader in providing quality agricultural products, services, and markets. PCA has what you need to maximize your operation with a full-service agronomy department, grain origination, handling and storage, bulk fuels and lubricants, propane, a jam-packed farm store, and livestock feeds in bulk or bagged. PCA is proud to call Girard home and to support Trojan athletics. Stop by or see more online at pcacoop.com. When it comes to your healthcare, you have a choice. Choose to stay local. Choose Girard Medical Center. For over 100 years, Girard Medical Center has been a part of the community, and they work every day to meet the healthcare needs of those they serve. With 6 locations in Southeast Kansas and an ever-expanding list of inpatient and outpatient services, you just don't have to travel anymore to get quality cutting-edge care, including many services you won't find elsewhere. Proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area. Learn more at girardmedicalcenter.com. Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
More than just your neighborhood pharmacy, Mathis Drug is your hometown partner in health. With pharmacist Bria Scheibe and an experienced, highly trained staff, Mathis Drug is ready to serve you. And now, Mathis Drug offers comprehensive compounding, which is one of the few pharmacies in Southeast Kansas with this convenient on-site service. From medications to expert advice, call 620-261-9779. Mathis Drug Store, where community and care come together.
Welcome back to Frank Jameson Field. Trojans come out on top tonight over the Riverton Rams, 29-14. The Trojans improved to 1-1 on the season. Riverton falls to 1-1. This is the Eastside Cafe postgame show brought to you by Eastside Cafe. Experience the best breakfast in town 6 days a week at 120 South Ozark Street in Girard. Proud supporters of Trojan Athletics. And I don't know, just scored that forced fumble as a sack. So, folks at Eastside, I don't know. Maybe the $1 short stacks tomorrow, if they're feeling generous. But the Trojans come out on top tonight. That's what's truly important as they improve to 1-1 on the season. And they're going to head in to play a Baxter squad who lost last week. Pretty big to this Riverton team. I'm looking, I think it was 26-10 was the final score of that ball game. And just got a mess of paperwork here in front of me. But yep, that was it. And so depending upon how Baxter did tonight, they may be 0-2 heading into that matchup against the Trojans down there on the shores of the Neosho River. We'll have that one for you next week here on Girard Sports Live. Riverton travels to Frontenac next week, and Frontenac just handled Colgan tonight, 26-0. And so Riverton might be kind of sticking their hand in the wood chipper next week as they head into Frontenac. Got to come up with a player of the game tonight. Man, between Aiden Ashbacher, Junior Love, and Ben Cullen, it's a really hard call to make. And Jess down on the field right now with Coach Philpott, so let's go ahead and throw it down to Jess. Jess, take it away.
All right, we're down here with head coach Neil Philpott. Coach, got to feel good to get the first win of the season.
Yeah, it's always good to get the first one. It's always good to get any of them, but I thought Riverton was a team that could beat you, obviously, so I felt like our kids, we were better this week than we were a week ago. We still made some mistakes, but I felt like our intensity was where it needed to be early, came out to a better start and finished some drives, and so and defensively we were able to get off the field at times, so that's an improvement, and there's more to be done. So, but it's like you said, it's good to do that after a win and not after a loss.
Yeah, I thought your team come out to start the game, offense is firing on all cylinders, defense is coming up with big stops, and then to start the second half, we didn't come out of the locker room very well.
No, we did not. It was we talked about being able to get the ball at halftime and drive down and put a nice drive together and score, and that did not happen. We came out with 4 penalties in a row and a bad snap and a safety and let them get back in it. So something we got to be able to answer better next week. I think, like I said, we were better in the first half, but we got to be able to put a whole game together against good teams, and that's what we're shooting for. So we're not there yet, and we'll get back to work.
Yep, it looked like everybody for Trojans come out healthy. It's always a sad, football's a very physical sport, and you hate to see anybody get hurt, but I think that Riverton kid's going to be all right.
I hope so. I think it was a wild thing. It's non-contact. He just kind of collapsed, and he was conscious and breathing and seemed a little bit better. But I hope the best too. It's one of those things we talk to our guys that it's a real factor of this game that it is dangerous, and we try to teach it the right way and do it the right way and get them in shape and all that those things that you're supposed to do. And but it's just still you don't know what's going to happen, so you kind of got to cherish the moments you're out here and take each play not for granted. So, but I thought our kids did a pretty good job of kind of regrouping and coming back to that and being able to finish the game.
All right, Coach. Well, we got Baxter next week, so have a good, safe week of practice, and we'll catch you next week. Good game.
Thank you.
That post-game coach interview brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan instant issue mascot debit card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back, get you your players of the game, put a bow on this one from here in Girard. Trojans get the win. Improved to 1-1 on the season in Baxter next week. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more of the Eastside Cafe postgame show. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
When it comes to your health care, you have a choice. Choose to stay local. Choose Girard Medical Center. For over 100 years, Girard Medical Center has been a part of the community, and they work every day to meet the healthcare needs of those they serve. With 6 locations in Southeast Kansas and an ever-expanding list of inpatient and outpatient services, you just don't have to travel anymore to get quality cutting-edge care, including many services you won't find elsewhere. Proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area. Learn more at girardmedicalcenter.com. Call's service is outstanding in their field, especially for those that are stuck, outstanding in their field. Call's carries a wide selection of farm, industrial, and heavy-duty tires, all from the best brands in the business. And they've got farm service trucks ready to go. Plus, Call's continues to be the place folks go for car and truck tires, repairs, oil changes, and so much more. If you're in the market for new tires in Southeast Kansas, make the right call to Call's Service, 620-724-4121. See more at callservicellc.com.
More than just your neighborhood pharmacy, Mathis Drug is your hometown partner in health. With pharmacist Bria Scheibe and an experienced, highly trained staff, Mathis Drug is ready to serve you. And now, Mathis Drug offers comprehensive compounding, which is one of the few pharmacies in Southeast Kansas with this convenient on-site service. From medications to expert advice, call 620-261-9779. Mathis Drug Store, where community and care come together.
Why settle for less than the best?
Croc-Can's gigabit fiber optic internet is now available to Pittsburgh, Frontenac, and Fort Scott, and many rural areas in between. Croc-Can has the best speeds, the best reliability, the best service, the best support, and is overall the best value on all ultra-high-speed internet. If you want the best home internet connecting as many devices, all without equipment rentals, contracts, or overages, it is the time to switch to the best. It's time to switch to Croc-Can.
Unbelievable amount of devastation. I've never seen anything like it.
We had a beautiful barn that was gone in 20 minutes.
Farm Bureau stepped up right away and said, hey, we got you and we'll be there for you.
We were taken care of. Now we could get on to repairing and rebuilding.
I tell everybody about Farm Bureau.
We're fortunate to say we have good coverage with good people doing it.
Contact Judd, Lori, Lisa, or Amber in Girard for all your insurance needs.
Tries to make something out of nothing. The Trojans all over him. It's going to be a big loss on the play.
A Trojan sack means $1 short stacks at Eastside Cafe. Kick off your day with a hearty breakfast or take that midday break at Eastside Cafe. And this fall, when the Trojans get a sack, you get $1 short stacks the next day. Eastside Cafe, a favorite of the 4 states winner. Go Trojans from Eastside Cafe.
To the Eastside Cafe post-game show. Trojans come out on top tonight, 29-14 over the Riverton Rams as we explore the minutia of what is and is not a sack. Is a tackle for a loss a sack? Is a forced fumble in the pocket a sack? Who's to say, Jess? The folks at Eastside Cafe, that's who. Because if the Trojans get a sack, you could get a $1 short stack at Eastside Cafe. So I don't know about you, but I plan to go in there tomorrow and demand my $1 short stack. Because
plus tax.
Plus tax, of course, yeah. Everything's got tax. Everybody knows that.
Right.
There's one thing you can't avoid in life is tax, right? All right, well, I guess it's time to talk about our player of the game, Jess, and it could go to several different Trojans. Junior Love had a great game running the football, looked really good tonight. Aiden Ashbacher had some big plays around the end tonight, some big runs as well. Scott Moore with an interception. Couple big tackles defensively, but I think it's got to go to Ben Cullen.
Number 12.
Ben Cullen. Offense looked good when he was out there on the field. He took care of the football tonight. You didn't see the fumbles on the exchange tonight that plagued the Trojans against Colgan. And Ben got some big runs himself, a couple touchdowns, and the Trojans get a victory tonight. And so I think we're going to call Ben Cullen our player of the game. Brought to you by Evans Motors. Get the keys to your next ride with a stop at Evans Motors. Nate and Eddie have decades of experience getting folks into the right car, truck, van, or SUV that's right for you and your family. Stop by and see them at the intersections of Highways 69 and 400 just south of Pittsburgh, or see their full selection online at evansmotors.net. And if they don't like the car too much, they might just sell it to you.
Yeah.
You might get lucky.
And his name's Eddie.
That's right. All right, so Trojans get a win on the road next week at Baxter. We are all looking forward to that, and we'll have that for you to the best of our ability in a certain degree of definition
production
on Girard Sports Live. We're going to do our very best to get that one to you from down in Baxter Springs, and Trojans will try to improve to 2-1 on the season. Riverton next week at Frontenac. Tough row to hoe for them. But we don't have to worry about Riverton again, Jess, until basketball season. So that's going to do it for us tonight here from Frank Jameson Field in Girard, the friendly confines. Trojans get the win. For Jess Murphy, Gerald McLeod, our executive producer, throwing the switches, turning the knobs. Sarah Goebel on the camera. There's more than one camera operator. And Cole, our other camera operator. I should write this stuff down, Jess. I really shouldn't just wing it. I'm Josh Letter saying thanks for joining us. You've been watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports Live.
Thanks for watching. From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at Varsity.